Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get into it. Let's do this. Okay, you go away. We don't like you. You start up, because I always bloody forget to start you before I start streaming. Because I'm bad. No, don't download anything, we're streaming. What are you doing to me, man? Doing bad things, that's for dang sure. And... go. And let's go ahead and make this a little bit more professional, don't you think? Much better. Mucho del Betro. Obviously, as always, let me know if the audio quality is good, if there's enough things going on. Definitely should be. Awesome. Thank you very much for the follow. I am not going to try and say your name because I will fail. Alright, so before we get into this, just in case there's anyone that doesn't know, let me kind of tell you a little bit about how the stream works. I do, just like my YouTube channel, do almost nothing but blind runs over here. So if you have played this game, please do not tell me stuff that's going to happen. Those are spoilers and those are bad. However, if you have not played this game, since this isn't a live environment and people do have the option and, to a certain degree, the expectation to, you know, kind of talk to me as I'm playing, I mean, that's the whole point of streaming, is so I can talk to you while I'm doing this. If you haven't played this game, I absolutely don't mind if you make guesses, if you give me your thoughts, if you say, you know, talk to me about the game, but just, if you have played it and you know what's going to happen, don't spoil it for me. If you just have guesses, or you think, you know, just have things you want to talk about, by all means, go for it. I don't mind that at all. I typically play about 4 kinds of games on this stream. Other than... Okay, today's a weird day. Today's a really weird day. Simply because today, normally Thursday is my weird other day. I usually play BioShock on Thursday and do blind runs of RPGs every other day, which is what the little schedule said I was going to do. Except I just played BioShock on Monday, and Ghost has been waiting forever for me to start Radiant Historia. Which is really annoying because he's not here right now. But you know, dang it, I've been saying I was going to do this for a while, so bloody well, I'm doing it. And he's just going to have to miss it, which sucks. But I do, other than Thursday, I do typically play things that were voted for by YouTube, things that I want to play, typically new releases, sequels and stuff I've already played, or in this case, I do sometimes play a game specifically as a viewer requested. Although I do, of course, have veto power. But, all of that said, let me go ahead and get this started. New game. New game. Oh, god dang it. One second, guys. This does not let me play a new game. I wonder if I'm going to have to restart it. Yep, it does not know what I'm doing. I don't know how that came unplugged, but it did. So we'll just go ahead and say start again. Oh! Also, in case anyone from Twitch ever happens to see this, Twitch, generally speaking, does not like emulation. Mainly because it's a legal thing. They're like, hey, you should pay for your stuff. And you know what? I absolutely agree with them. I think it's really, really crappy when people will effectively, you know, steal games from people. So, here is my 3DS. Here is Radiant Historia. So, although I am, you know, emulating it because it gives me a much, much better quality of signal, I do actually own the game and the console to play it. So, Twitch should not care about that. You know, at that point, it's just a graphical fidelity thing. I'm not watching this again. I refuse. Alright. So, Radiant Historia, let's go. Let's do this. I don't know much about this game other than it involves time travel. And the ability to change the past in order to remake the future. Which I guess is kind of assumed for time travel. The sand engulfed everything. Well, you're standing on a beach, that's sort of what happens, question mark girl. Although I'd have to say, this is quadruple question mark girl. She is like 33% more question marky than the normal question mark person. Again, we failed to save the world again. Wow! You did, Squire. Welcome. I am glad that you got here in time, because weirdly enough, Ghost is the one that wanted me to play this game, and he's not here. But, so he's going to be super bummed when he gets here. How many times has it been? Well, if you fail to save the world, generally you only get one chance. I don't know how you can repeatedly fail to save the world. Does this mean that heroes keep coming in, like, after the cavalry keeps showing up? Okay, you guys screwed it up. And how many more will it disappear? Oh, how many more will it... Different worlds, got it. Different worlds, that makes more sense. I'm tired of all this, my sister. As am I. Who are they, and why did they get, like, tasked with the task of saving multiple worlds? I also don't like it says the X is the fast-forward button when it's really just a progress button. But we can't give up. We must succeed in this. I'm like so off topic. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going kind of crazy. And also, Buzzy, why do they even feel the need to put an X with a forward indicator on it? I mean, seriously, do they not think that, you know, I'm sitting here, but there's nothing indicating what button to press. I don't know what to do. Yes, you're right. We have to do this. But can we really save... Well, apparently not. You're really bad at it so far. But hey, practice makes perfect, right? I don't know, but we must have faith for now. Come, let's start again. Yeah, let's start over. That's what our power's for, at any rate. This time, the true history will be written. Oh, god dang it, guys. So you guys screwed it up who knows how many times, and then you give it to me and be like, okay, we have one more shot. We can't mess this up, so your turn. Oh my god, I read that was the continent of Vainquir. The continent of Vainquir. A world of decay where everything is swallowed by sand. Sounds like a crappy place to live, I'll tell you that much. Strange phenomenon is spreading from the site of an empire that met its downfall centuries ago. As the desertification approaches... I wanted that to be desanctification. Approaches from the west, a fierce roar wages over what fertile land is left. To the east is Alistel, facing the grave threat of the Western nation's aggression. It is here that an intelligent agent of Alistel is about to undertake a mission of crucial import. The most skilled agent of special intelligence. He is clad in red and rides in the darkness. His name is Stocke. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just like, what do we call our guy? I don't know. Just call him like a stock character. Okay, but won't they notice that? We'll put an E at the end. Prologue. Stocke. Is it Stocke or is it Stocke, or is it just Stocke and it's just like franchised and cool? Prompt as always. No need for the small talk. What do you want, Heiss? Prompt and blunt. Well, that's fine. I'm willing to let results trump manners. Ooh, what is... One second. My phone is making noises. I always have to be concerned when my phone makes noises. Sorry, there's a... Ah, okay. Nothing I need to worry about. Unfortunately, at work, I am, like, the manager of the quality department, and whenever my phone makes noises, I am, like, contractually obligated to check and see what's going on, because if there's something going on at work, I kind of have to respond to it. But nope, that wasn't it. Well, that's fine. Oh yeah, I already said that. I have a mission for you, Stocke. But there's no, like, official one? Because I kind of like Stocke, because I get stoked. It's been some time since we went to war with the Granog. I hear a situation worsens by the day. I know, they just talked about there was a massive war going on. You want to go to war with someone else? Isn't this what Hitler did? Well, I'm getting bored fighting Europe, or fighting Britain, so let's just attack Russia. What could go wrong? You hear right. Granorg's land in particular, the area near the Imperial ruins, has faced the worst destruction. Then why do you want to go to war with them? You just said they have nothing to take. They're desperate to claim any land that you can that will yield a harvest. It's a problem, to be sure. Our little special intelligence group has been sending an agent after agent into Granog. And lately, they keep coming a cropper against an unexpected state of affairs. What? They keep coming a cropper? What does that even mean? Is that English? Now it's happened again. An agent with an important intel on the enemy's armaments is in a sticky situation. Has anyone ever told you look like Ebenezer Scrooge? Just letting you know. Which brings us to your mission. Rescue the agent and escort him safely back to Alistel. A rescue mission ought to be an army job. Unless, of course, you catch on quickly. The rendezvous point is west of Lesville Hills. Another operative has been tasked with escorting him there, even if it costs him his life. I doubt you need telling, but settle this before the military higher-ups catch wind. They've been eager to do away with special intelligence for quite a while. Indeed, they seem to delight in snatching the results from us. So, no backup, military mustn't know, and there's a time factor. You're my only man who can get it done under the circumstances. The only one I trust. I don't think this guy's capable of trust. I don't think he knows what that is. Yeah, I'll get it done, alright. You needn't worry about that. That's what I like to hear. I'm assigning 2 subordinates to you for the job. Why? I don't even need one. If I'm the sole survivor again. If that's what you're worried about, then you'd best learn to make use of their talents. If you can't do that, then don't think of them as subordinates. Consider them tools instead. They're waiting outside for you. Are they pretty? Tools, huh? What are these talents? You're the agent, aren't you? Find out yourself. There's another skill you need to succeed. Man, you know, it's almost like they're intentionally crippling me. I'm not going to tell you how to use them or what they can do. Just figure it out. Moreover, there's more. I'm entrusting you with this. Oh, is that the white book? An old book? Do you expect to have time for light reading? Hi, we have a super critically important thing. Oh, by the way, just read this novel. It's called The White Chronicle. I didn't figure that, like, just some dude in the military somewhere would have access to a book that lets you change history. How is this, like, how is this place having problems? White Chronicle. I've never heard of it. Huh? It's blank. Don't worry about it. You may need it in the mission. What? Why? If someone captures me, am I supposed to say, this is my book on interrogation techniques, and it's blank, and then they won't know what to do? That doesn't make any sense. You're stupid, man. Oh, never mind. Just think of it as a lucky charm for now. Something's going to happen to Stocke whenever he goes out there. It may not help, but it can't hurt, can it? Fine. Well, I'm off then. In before he, like, catches on fire and the book catches on fire, and that's what causes him to burn to death. Alright. Items, equip, party, skill, and stats. Okay, I have a sword. Interesting. Is this like a... Oh boy, a game with a bunch of secrets. Well, by God, you better not be yelling at me when I miss some. waiting, Stocke. Hurry and find your way to where I've reached. I wonder if Heist is a time traveler. Oh, he's coming out! So these must be them. Hey there. Nice to meet you. Are you the two subordinates Heist said would be working under me? Yeah, that's us. My name's Marco. It's a pleasure meeting you. And I'm Renelle. Good to meet you. Rainy. I think it's Rainy. Alright. Can you two fight? What are your specialties? Of course we can fight. I'm good with spears, I can use a few spells. I'm a skilled swordsman and sometimes a healer. You can also count observation as a specialty. How do you observe under that freaking hat hair you've got going on? I'm Stocke. Yeah, Heist told us. For what we hear, you're Heist's golden boy in special intelligence. You're just as aloof as I said you'd be. But I like it. It's how a man should act. It's not like those ponces that blabber on and on. Oh, Squire, you can tell me if I missed something, but you can't be like, oh my god, I can't believe you didn't get that. What's wrong with you? Why didn't you run to the top of the tower and check this? Oh my god, that annoys me so much. I'm like, it's a blind run. I'm gonna miss stuff. Shut up. Glad you approve. Okay, so it's Stocke. Interesting. Or Stocke. Oh, it's interesting. I always said Locke instead of Locke as well. But I think it is Locke. Although it was John Locke, so that's even more confusing. Leaving that aside, Sir Stocke? Stocke? Just Stocke is fine. Well then, Stocke, why don't we get to business and hear the mission details from you? And thank you for looking it up. You want to be... Should I call you Tatsuo or Dragonel? Which would you prefer? Because I'm way too lazy to say both. It's a lift. We're headed west to Lavelle's Hills to meet with a target. Oh, is that all? Piece of cake. Oh, not this. You always jump to conclusions that bears information, Rainy. So, when have I ever been wrong? You hear a bunch of stuff that just confuses you. Well, your streak can't last forever. What I've gathered so far, the Gunnar army has advanced to near Lavelle's Hills. Oh, is that true? I mean, Lavelle's Hills is just to the south of here. Can't be long now before they invade Alistel. That's it. Alright, I can definitely do that. Our target's a spy has been investigating Grenorg. Heist claims the man has intel on the enemy's armaments. Oh, that's good stuff! If we had that, we could turn the war around. We can't blow this one, huh? That's right. Although I think we're going to, and we're going to end up having to travel through time to fix it. That's my assumation. I don't know why I always do that. I always say assumation instead of assumption, even though I know bloody well how it's supposed to be pronounced. Do you suppose we are arranging Grenor's soldiers? Engaging, not arranging. Arrange the soldiers. You and you switch around. Well, that's why he's sending me. I see. Heist must really have a lot of faith in you, huh? Giving you such an important mission and all. Well, I don't know about that. In any case, we need to devote all our efforts to the mission. Oh, I'm very, very sure I will not get the true ending, Squire. At least not on the first attempt. I would appreciate if there are pivotal moments that I need to do something. Warn me they're coming just so I can make a save point, like a separate save point right before them, in case I do want to go back. Although at the same, I guess it depends on what makes it, what determines it, and I don't know if I want you to answer that necessarily. What's going on? Is the white Chronicle glowing? What am I watching? Are those two Rainy and Marco? Yeah, it looks like you led them badly. No, are they dead? What's going on? What is this? what I saw just now. What's wrong, Stocke? You went suddenly all quiet. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it is just Stocke. Sorry, I misinterpreted this, Tatsu. I think it's mainly because a lot of times whenever... It's weird because John Locke is just John Locke, even though it's spelled L-O-C-K-E. But when people talking about Final Fantasy VI, I heard a lot of them say Lockie. Yeah. You're not cross because it's rainy, but I got a turn? No. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Enough chit-chat, I think. Let's head out. Oh, wait a sec. Heist left us some money for this mission. We're only subordinates, so you should hang on the money. I do love how this is starting. Usually you're some little underling guy, and for some reason people that are more experienced than you, like, are like, you just take care of the money, I can't be bothered with stuff like that, and it always seems so fake. I'm like, who just gives up their money? However, I also, you know, I really like when they set you up and they have a really, like, legitimate reason why you're taking charge of everything. Let's hit the shops and gear up for the mission. You never know what might happen during the job. What might happen? The vision I saw earlier of these two. No, I have to put it on my mind. Focus on the mission. You're right. We need to be fully prepared before we depart. Let's go. I'm liking the music so far. I guess let's see what's here. What are you? Officer Field Marshal Viola? Oh, so I can go through her stuff? Totally going through Viola's stuff then. And what kind of guards are you? You just let me... I guess I am like the golden boy of the special agents. So they're like, hey, I mean, if he wants to go in, he can go in. Soothing Balm ×2. Awesome. I'm glad I came this way. What the heck was that? I just heard a, like, very not happy sound from outside. Lieutenant General Raoul's office. Obtained a charm. I'll go through his stuff as well, even though so far, going through offices has not actually availed me of anything. And why does everyone have the exact same plants in their office? Is there some sort of, like, this is just like an excessively militarized area, and they're like, you must have these plants in your office. Or you die. Save point. Yet, once again, the RPG curse of, you're like the super amazing person. Oh, this person got killed because they don't have the right plants. You know, you're the best person we have. You're level 1. Alright, heading back out. Whose is this? I didn't actually ask. Charles Hugo's office. You're the only one that told me not to go in, even though you also didn't stop me. Wow, another save point. What are we gonna find? You guys are fighting. Azakun Kajin Drasky, who's had the next chance to attack. Yep. Where does it tell you that, though? I assume it will at some point. Oh, good, we're finally using the top screen. For a really long time, I was like, why is the top screen even there if we don't use it for anything? Hi, we're Special Ops. We're stealing all your stuff. Hope you don't mind. So apparently the secrets in this game are not based on... So you actually won't let me down there. That's interesting. You can't go down right now. They're conducting some thermotix experiment. Basement has a floor of thermotix experiments and medical treatment. And that's nothing. Can I rotate? No, I can't. This is not a rotating game. Interesting. Desert Crow bandits have been spotted near the Sand Fortress in Judgment Cliff. interesting. That's the first time I got... Hey, warning, later I'm going to be asking you for help. You better help me. Can I take your order? Apparently you can't, actually. A machine for a left arm. Sounds like, Oh, what is that guy in StarCraft's name? Not General Duke, the other one. Warfield. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Tatsu. I still have not found a shop yet. Holy crap, another save point! Man! Someone's full-time job was to put save points in this game, and they went all out. They worked 40 hours a week on that. This is the second word of Alstel. This country was founded about 70 years ago by followers of the Prophet Noah. Why are you telling me this? The Prophet Noah is the only saintly being in the world. Alright. You hear a lot of stories when you hang out in a tavern. Alcohol brings out the truth. Hey, do you know about the Desert Crows, the noble bandits? The other day I was walking around Lavis Hills with my dad. We were attacked by a monster and the Desert Crows saved us. I was scared, but they were so cool. Interesting. Not your average breed of bandits. Come, future soldiers, Alistel needs your strength. And that's posted outside a bar. Come into the bar, future soldiers. Get plastered. Hello, handsome. Care to share a drink with me? Apparently I don't. Man, this game does not let me mac on anyone. Can't hit on the barmaid. Can't hit on the floozy. Nothing in here. Ivan's so mean. He says I have to play in the part of the Queen Protea. Queen Protea is the evil queen of Grenorg. These are fake doors. I know, it's like, I'm gonna have to be fighting through the city at some point. That's my guess, Squire. When I told Anna she should be Queen Protea, she got really mad. I thought it'd be the perfect role for her. I always prefer playing evil characters, actually. Towards close, we're maintaining the machine, one of the machines here. Both of you say the same thing. Okay. Not going down. Listen, I saw General Hugo the other day. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm gonna have to remember that the conversations are actually set up by the group and not the person. Because I'm not used to that at all. What exists in the past? You don't know? Well then farewell. You're important, Mr. Newsboy Cap Dude. Mr. Newsboy Cap Dude. This is a DS game. It came out in 2010. I believe it was published over here in 2011. Would you be buying something? Wow. So beast skins I can't use, or an epee. Okay, no. I can use the skins. So do I want armor, or do I... That only gives me +1 defense and +7 M defense. And the epee raises that attack by 5, that attack by 2. I'm going with the epee then. Alright. Oh yeah. That would have possibly been a better choice, Squire. Whoops. The city of Alstal is always pleasant, thanks to the thermatech power. But I hear the thermatech power isn't used much in Grenog. Why is everyone always warring? War, what is it good for? Got some herbal tea. There's some trash over there that I can't inspect. Why can't I look at the trash? Oh yeah, but Tatsu, since this is the first time here, I should warn you, or not really warn, but inform you, that the vast majority of the stuff that goes on YouTube is not played here. So this is almost like a completely separate thing. Like, Ni no Kuni was the only thing that I've uploading right now that's streamed. Everything else is done offline. Just because I find a lot of people on YouTube don't like watching recordings of streams, because I'm spending so much time talking to the audience, and they kind of feel left out. I don't want to make people feel left out. That's rude. My brother told me we have to be patient with lots of things because we're at war. But what does that mean? What is war, and why can't we leave? We'll protect Alastel. Grenog will be defeated. Beep boop. Looks like I can't go into the sewers there. Although I bet I will at some point, because that was a very, very obvious sewer grate. The Guntels and Sorrows live on the human continent along with humans. They're the beast kind. They say that thermatech power is bad. But I'd never want to live without it, like they do. Well, that's a very shallow way of looking at it. These guys are different than us. They're dumb. Beast kind live on this continent with humans. They don't like us, so we don't interact much. It's disappointing. They don't have a very good relationship with the beast kind. Well, of course, you named them the beast kind. Like, seriously. That's about as insulting as you can get. How do I get up there? I don't see a stairway. Excuse me. Hello. Yeah, I'm not reading that because what you said was boring. This is the first word of Alastal. You'll reach Lovett's Hills if you go south from here. Wow, and that's where the other army is. Soothing balms. Spend all of the money. Blind ones need room to make mistakes. What is up with this crazy place? There's the inn. There's an inn there. Please visit when you want to heal your wounds. That is the creepiest, like, advertisement I've ever heard. Hey, are you wounded? Come sleep with us. What? Yeah, I just spent all my money. All my cash money. I'll still look through your inn to see if there's anything I steal, though. Like this. I had the option to buy you, and I chose not to, so I chose correctly. I do kind of like and am kind of weirded out that you can just be running around and be like, "Whatcha, whatcha?" That doesn't seem like something you should just, like, be at the ready for in the middle of, like, city. How do I... There we go. Marco is, I think, the one that could wear this. Maybe not. I love that they give me money and the only actual upgrades that I'm allowed to take are ones that only I can use. The game is forcing me to be selfish and only spend money on myself. I guess that's kind of the definition of selfish. I didn't need to clarify it. I already came around this way, didn't I? I did. So, how the heck do you get to the other side? It would, Squire. I was half expecting it, actually. Because there is not a stairway up here. Not that I see, anyway. There's a treasure box up there! That looks like a lift that I can't access. This game's stupid. Now, if you pull this off, things might go our way in the war, right? Most likely. Well, alright then, let's do this. Come on, Mark, let's go. Oh, okay, I'll do my best. Stocke. Holy crap! Roche. Cold as ice. Willing to sacrifice. I don't mind when you're like that with me, but you shouldn't be so curt with the other guys. Hey, you heading out on a mission? Yeah. A spec-ent job, huh? Alright, Roche. Out with it. What are you trying to say? This mission's dangerous, Stocke. That's nothing new. All my missions are dangerous. It's more than that. What I'm getting at is, well, I just got a bad feeling about this one. I've seen a lot of soldiers die in my time. Every time it happened, I always got this exact feeling. I could always tell the ones that were about to die off. I could smell death on them. Can you smell it on me now? That's right. What I'm sensing from you is nothing good. Even if you happen to survive, you'll be left with something like this arm of mine. Your gauntlet. And they're doing some amazing things with that thermotech. I'll spend the rest of my life with this arm. But having a life to spend? That makes me lucky. You don't want to end up like this, do you? That vision I had earlier. Rainey and Marco's deaths. Does Roche's premonition have to do with that? Well, maybe he's a beast person and he just has a really good sense of smell. My cats smell me all the time. And if so, am I also gonna die? Stocke. Yeah, what is it? What is it? Listen to you. You were scared white. I really got to you, didn't I? If so, I'm sorry. Nah, it wasn't that. It's something else. Listen, don't worry about it. Alright then. I know you anyway. No matter how much I argue against it, you're still gonna go off on this damn mission. Our victory, our defeat could hang on this mission. I won't fail. I can't. I hear ya. That's the way things are, I guess. Mission's everything. And that goes for you and spec-ent and military men like me, too. I'm sorry if what I said spooked you. I just had to warn you. Well, I'm glad you're worrying about me. Thanks. But I'll be alright. Maybe not them, but I'll be fine. Allow me to be the one to prove how wrong your intuition can be. As a soldier, I'd hope not. But for your sake, I hope so. Well, to be getting back to Lieutenant Raoul. Getting back. Lieutenant Raoul has summoned me. Stocke. Don't die out there, okay? Wow, there's like a dust cloud when he walks around. He's like freaking, is it Pigpen from Peanuts? Man, it's been forever since I read Peanuts. Excuse me, Stocke? Aren't we ready to leave? You know that guy? Wait, how do you not know that guy? Yeah, he's my best friend. Oh, really? That guy? Huh. The arm of him was pretty crazy. It's artificial, yeah. No, Rainey, that's totally the way he was born. I don't remember the specifics, but his gauntlet's powered by thermotech. It's artificial, but he can move as well as a natural arm. I'm sure you'll see him again sometime. Come on, let's go. Okay, this is the same screen. Oh, interesting. I kind of like the way this is doing Fog of War. So there's Grenorg and there's Cygnus. Lavitz Hills North. We'll go ahead and save. In the prologue. I was gonna say, is this... I kinda expected a battle here. Well, make contact with the target west of here. It looks like the Grenoble army hasn't made it out this far yet. You think they're on their way? Most likely. Now's our chance to hurry onward. Oh, well in that case... I know a shortcut. Ah, you're talking about the path near the river? That's the one. We used to use it all the time. The Grenoble army would be less likely to spot us on that path, too. I just heard something. I heard like a warp. Hey, Stocke. Mark and I can lead the way from here. We're eager to show you how useful we can be. Good enough. Lead the way. Will do. Come on, follow us. I'm not entirely sure that Rainy is wearing a regulation uniform. Stocke, over here. I'm gonna get Stocke eventually. I promise. That bird is on fire. Sure. I've never played it before. I better look at the tutorials. Here you'll learn about the grid. Enemies will appear somewhere on a 3x3 matrix. The amount of damage you take is depending on where the enemy is. Enemies deal more damage when they're close to the front. Let's use a skill to knock the enemy back. Touch skill. Or select the skill button and press the A button. Well, I'm going to have to do that one. I can't touch... Touching my monitor's not going to do a whole lot. Touch push assault or select it and press the A button. And touch the enemy or press it and press the... Yeah, I've got that. Bam! Wow, that's really pushing it back. Okay, cool. Use your skills to control the enemy's location on the grid. This will lower the damage you and your allies take. Changes the enemy position will be helpful. But doesn't that also mean that we will take less damage? Or do less damage? It's a dodo! It's a flaming dodo. So if I do triple attack... Okay, there's no combos for this. But I didn't need a combo to kill that. I bet skills interact in ways. That's the way these things usually work. So, you two can fight. Naturally. We used to be mercenaries, right? We might not be up to your level, but we're no slouches. Is that so? So you can trust us to do our shit, you know? People on a mission together ought to be able to trust each other with their lives. Hope we can get in that point. So do I, actually. That seems the wind's picking up. It does look like it's gonna rain now that you mention it. Well, let's hurry to the rendezvous point. Alright. Interesting battle thing. Here comes the rain. No matter what you do, you can't stop the rain. Uh-oh, who are these people? Wait, is that a guy? Totally didn't think it was a guy from the, like, icon. I can't tell from their portrait. It started to rain. It would make a raid on I'll still easier, High Colonel Diaz. Indeed. Still. This cacophonous deluge will let us go undetected, but benefits the enemy just as well. Do not limit your focus to your own situation. Yes, sir. So, okay, when we get back to the city, they'll have done a whole lot of damage. Are you concerned because of the tip we received? The conditions are ideal for vermin to be scurrying about. Worry not, sir. I am Palomides, the executioner. Actually, executioners are not something you have to be worried about, because you guys are used to killing things that can't fight back. I shall crush any vermin beneath my heel. I have lofty expectations for you. I will not allow control of the situation to slip away, sir. Get ease in commanding the operation, High Colonel Diaz. So, yes, I shall. Still, threat of vermin. I care for it not at all. Well, the rendezvous point should be around here. So, we're going out in order to get a lot of information on what they have in terms of armaments and what they'll attack us with. But by the time we get the information to get back, they'll already have been in the city, or at least their strike force will have. Although it's interesting that the colonel is the one leading the strike force. He's not here. Think he's dead? Don't jump to conclusions. Why don't we wait for a bit? But if we don't hurry, they'll invade Alistel. Then I can scratch one more place to call home. Yeah, at least you won't be in the fighting, and you can just be like, "Oh, I'm a refugee. Look, see, I'm not wearing an army uniform." Seriously, what is the deal with what she's wearing? I don't get it. She's got like a neck brace that is then strapped to her back instead of just going down. It's weird. Rainy. Call home. Do you mean Alistel? We told you earlier we used to be mercenaries, yeah? Mark? I don't see any reason to try and hide it. You should know. Anyway, yeah, I belong to a mercenary troop. But one day, our entire force was annihilated. Well, obviously not, because you're still here. Rainy and I are the only survivors. It was after that when Heist took us in. Heist did that? I mean, I guess that you're right, Squire. They are special intelligence, not military. But I was thinking, I feel like the Special Intelligence Division is a division of the military. It's sort of like how you know, the CIA is part of the government. They're not really like fighting military, but they're definitely involved in military operations. Heist was really nice to us. This is what he said. You survived, which marks you as necessary to this history. Come with me, and let's write history together. History as it should be. That's why Marco and I are here. Write history, huh? So wait, did their mercenary company get wiped out by Heist and one of his like military operations, and then they were captured, or did they get wiped out, fled, and then Heist happened to come across them? And was Heist acting in conjunction with Special Intelligence that time, or was he just a dude? I don't necessarily want answers to all these. These are just questions that are circling my brain. What's that I see? Someone's coming. It must be a spy. Freaking finally. Wait. Something's wrong. Boss fight. He's being pursued. Aren't those Chronicle soldiers? We have to save him. That's very true, Squire. They don't. But yeah, that's what I'm more saying. Even with her not wearing a uniform, she's still wearing something bloody weird. And, Stocke is wearing a pseudo-uniform. He's wearing all red and he has a shield and a sword. But I guess they could be dressed as mercenaries. It's still a very unusual getup. Let's go. You're not getting out of this alive, I'll still spy. You're right. A swordsman in red. You're... Relax, we're on your side. There he is, over there! Stay low and hide behind us. Rainy, Mako, spy's life takes priority. Oh, damn it, he's got friends! No one told me that they were going to, like, be friendly with other people. No one's supposed to like spies. It doesn't matter how many there could come, they're no match for us. Hope you're ready for us, Alistinian dogs. Alistinian? Oh, there were a lot less of you. Sure! Tutorials are great, they make easy fights. Here we learn about move skills and combos. Use a move skill to force an enemy into an occupied sphere. This will deal damage to multiple enemies with one hit. Touch skill. I wonder what happens if you hit them and just knock them back into nothing. But obviously it wants me to do that one. Oh, okay, awesome. All right, that's so. It's not so much that you will hit them, like knock them into each other and hurt them. It's that if you can knock them in the same square as someone else, then your subsequent attacks will hit both enemies. Awesome, awesome, awesome. One damage? Are you kidding? I probably need to knock him back, actually, because he was just gonna die. Alright. Yeah, envious. Everyone, unlike every other RPG in history, the unknown person's name is not question mark, question mark, question mark. This game uses 4 question marks. And to explain a little bit better, we are in the Special Intelligence Division. Must have been the last of them. We're in the Special Intelligence Division. There is a spy that was just gathering information on the armaments being used by the enemy forces. They are coming through a pass, and we went down to rendezvous with them. However, it looks like our spy was caught, and he was being pursued by enemy soldiers who, well, the pursuit has basically just ended. So that's what you missed so far. You're hurt. Is it bad? I thought something like this might happen, so I brought medicine just in case. This is my last bottle. How convenient. That way, there's not a lot like, well, why doesn't Marco heal us with other stuff? Wow, that's a powerful bottle. Man, Marco just used a Mega Elixir on that. Holy crap, Marco. Worst minion ever. You're a real white knight. Thank you. That's what we're for. So then, are you alone? What's become of your escort? Dead. You're advancing much faster than we expected. Truth to tell, I didn't think I'd survive this far. We begun to despair that until we recovered, we'd never make it to the right hands. Learned a lot of other armaments, correct? Yeah, I even detailed the plans for the operation they're undertaking right now. If I could just get these back home, well... Got it. Well, let's get you there, the rest of the way to Alstel. Well, looks like the first stage of our mission is complete. It'll be hard going from here on, though. Our road home runs straight through the bulk of the Grenoble's army. Why doesn't it just go right back to where we were before? And don't forget about the ones on our heels, either. Well, let's do this. Leave it to us. Yeah, I occasionally just get tired of voice acting, so I'm just like, done. Let's go, Rainy. We're already putting our lives in each other's hands, see? That didn't take long. Apparently not. Now move. Also envious, our wonderful new person has gotten a kind of premonition that we will, like, his 2 escorts will eventually get killed. So that's sad. That's no good. Save point. Also, the other thing is that the people that do saves in this game, like, go crazy with them. Hope I'm on the right way. Treasure box. Interesting. Heads up, it's a crossroads. Oh, I didn't realize this was our people. I thought I found something secret. Oh, you have played this, Envious. Okay. Which way? North? Or should we try our luck down south? If you ask me, passing over the northern bridge would be the fastest way. Nah, we can't go north. The enemy will already be there in force. It may take longer, but we should pass to the south. Well, then I suggest the path near the river. We took coming here. Yeah, that'd be safer. Look out! No! I can't believe the ambush is here. Stop! What do we do? The spy! Later. Be on guard for the next attack. I'll hunt for the sniper. That's a really weak spy. He got away. The judgment must have been only to kill the spy. Oh, for... It's... a blockade. Chronicle army must put this up. Something's wrong about this. They're all too well prepared. I should head back to the others. And they're already dead. Okay, envious. I did not realize that. Like at all. Are you two alright? We're bummed. The spy's already dead, I see. Then, we failed, haven't we? I should have been more careful. Snap out of it. Stay on the task. Beating yourselves up because the mission failed will only get you killed. We have an obligation to report this sort of events. Don't you want to protect your homeland? Stocke's right. We need to at least tell them what happened here. Yeah, let's go. Southward's blockaded. We'll it was 6 boxes! But the spy said the enemy was already clustered up north. There's just no other way. I guess we'll have to break through some enemy lines. That's right. Brace yourselves. It's okay. It's not like there's going to be anything left of our homeland when we get there. Also, I'm not entirely sure what this is for. I have not found a use for it yet. Can I just be like, whatcha? I cannot be like, whatcha. Royal jelly. Every time I... that has other definitions. You kid? How'd they find us already? Weren't they on their way up north? No, this is a different unit. They must be part of the forces sent to hunt the spy. That's right. They'll be coming from behind us too. What should we do, Stocke? Should we run for now? No, we'll end up flanked by the force heading north. We need to deal with them here. All right, let's do it. I'm sure we can. Yeah, we can do it. We have to try it anyway. Yeah, get ready. Sure. Here you learn about attacking using change. By using change during battle, you can swiftly switch your enemy to with an ally or enemies. What? Let's change. Oh, okay. In order to get... Because now we can be together. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. This is called Baroque? That's really a weird name for it. I wonder where Baroque comes from. From an action was in the character's Baroque status. Alright. Well, those are all not effective. Okay. I'm being smart about this, I hope. Dang it! I'm starting to see how this is so fun, though. So, and then you left assault, hitting there and hit like down the line. Oh, interesting. That knocks them down. Okay, I see what's going on. And just kill that one. We don't use a ball or MP doing fun things. Why did I not combo with Ray? I thought I did. Well, that's what I did, Envious. That's exactly what I did. I switched Rain up, so when Rain pushed him back, then Stocke did a left strike, which knocked him down. So I'm not entirely sure what you're asking. I changed the turn because it was Marco's turn, and Marco could only heal. I changed it to Rain's turn. Pretty sure. Because it was going Marque Stocke, or Marque Stocke. And I changed it to Rain Stocke. I was expecting this, there's so many of them. There'll be even more roaming ahead. Careless fighting will only put us in greater disadvantage. Okay, cool. That's what that's for. Oh, one of these puzzles. Not much of a puzzle, though. Huh. It's not one of these puzzles. Well, then I don't remember doing that. Am I... Can I not push this? It totally looks like something he wants me to push. Nope. Don't know. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm like, what is it? Why is it not letting me do? Okay, that's the button. Okay, switch that to him, and he can left assault that one, and then we can attack that one and attack him again, because he'll be knocked into his friend. And then just kill him. Awesome. Good job, us. Awesome, we can grapple. So yeah, you just gotta, like, immediately follow up on those. Preemptive attack. There we go. Crack-a-boom. That is a really interesting mechanic. I like the way that works. Although I'm going to go through a lot... Well, actually, I'm using very little of my MP. What is this way? More random battles. Although the flaming chickens don't seem to pursue very well. Okay, I kind of figured it wouldn't let me go that way for too long, but I definitely wanted to... Oh, there's an enemy here. Wait, are you telling me the flamin' chickens are part of the enemy? It's a little bit annoying that whenever you do that to someone, it will let all of them attack, even if the guy's already dead. So you can't really gauge how much damage they take, necessarily unless you're really watching. Oh, grapple pulls enemies in. I looked at chat. I totally looked at chat there. Don't attack Stocke, he's not going to take any damage. It looks like I'll only ever have 3 characters, though. Because the screen is definitely not set up for more. That apparently is not doing anything. Yeah, I know, if you're really watching the life meter you can judge, but if you're lazy, it looks like they took all of the attacks. Uh-oh. It's Hydrochronicle Diaz and Palomides, the Executioner. I have a feeling this is where some of you are going to die. I'm going to have to change history. All it says is that should be passing right through here. It looks like our man was telling the truth. Stocke, this is the problem. If we have to find our way past him, it's hopeless. Don't go saying that. What choice do we have? Hi, Colonel. Please, leave the rest to me. There's no need for you to dirty your own hands here. No, there isn't. I leave them to you. I'm off to inspect the lines one last time before the invasion. I want them dealt with by the time I return. Okay, that made it easier. You cornered, little rats. Stocke, I'll stop, but you need to get out of here. Rain, don't be. You said it yourself just a minute ago. Someone needs to warn Alistair of what's happening here. It's true. Rain's right. And no one's more likely to succeed at the task than you, Stocke. Oh, there's the... Enough. That's an order. Ghost, you need to do this. I'll be damned if I stand and watch more of my comrades die for nothing. Stocke, I'll save you. Spirited girl, this. You really truly believe you can best me? Learn for yourself while I'm called the Executioner. Right, Marco. Pathetic, you're far too weak. This is the best Stocke can send against me? And now your turn. I'll put up at least a decent fight. But you'll die like the rat you are regardless. What is that? We'll try it. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. I can't fall here. It's useless to try escaping. Yeah, that's a bad guy. Right, Marco. Loud though your cries may be, they won't penetrate the veil. The dead can't hear you now. Double thing. Sacrificing your own life to your comrades might escape. Yet in the end, their sacrifice will be for nothing. And only to appropriate in for the wrath of Alistel. I swear, Palamedes. What's this? You still believe you can best me? You needn't bother. You'll be rejoining your comrades soon enough. Or you could look to the prophet Noah, you rebel believe in so blindly. Pray to him with all your heart. What do I do? How can I possibly live through this? Here is my prophecy. You will die here. That is your fate. An ignominious death forgotten to history. A history that will be written by Grenorg. No, it's too soon. I can't let it in like this. Have you finally given up? There's only one way out. The, like, super special awesome book? Here goes. I was just gonna jump for it? This is absurd. Either he chose his own death, or did he expect to survive with those wounds in this current? I ought to report this to the High Colonel. Let's leave no room for error. Go downstream and search for the body. Hey, Ghost. Welcome. Yes, sir. But do you think we'll find anything? If you don't, we can assume he died and his corpse was swept away. No problem, Ghost. Although it was kind of like, I'm like, wow, I'm starting a Ghost game and he's not even here for it. Oh, well. If he did somehow, well, he can't go far. Sees him at once. But no, I expect he's dead. You're fine. Don't ever apologize for having a life and not being able to be at the stream. I mean, come on. We've all got things we have to do. Is this it? For me? Rainy. Marco. And there's the awesome book from the intro. Yeah, I'm actually... Palamedes is being extremely smart about it. He's like, leave no room for error. We have to make sure that this doesn't... nothing gets away. What? Where? Am I dead? No. But who's there? You've come. Keeper of the White Chronicle. Welcome, Stocke. We've been expecting you. A pair of children. Who are you? It's as we feared, my sister. Yes, but we knew it would be true. I ask a question. I am Lipti. And I am Tio. And this is... Okay, this is... Hopefully this works for you guys, because this is one of the few times where the two DS screens are actually both being utilized for one big scene. And of course, for you, it's all, you know, the upper scene is really small in the corner, so hopefully it still makes sense. For the most of the game, this works really well, but in this one scene, it kind of doesn't. I wonder if I should set up, like, a different scene I could set up just for this. I wonder how often this repeats. We are in Historia. Ghost, I've been trying... People looked it up and saw the same thing. It's really Stocke. But I started with Stocke. And my mouth keeps going back there. I will try and get to Stocke eventually. A world in time's gulf, created by the power of flux. You were summoned here as the rightful holder of the White Chronicle. Oh, that was Teo. The White... What about it? What does this all mean? The White Chronicle is an ancient artifact imbued with flux and given domain over time. The wielder of the White Chronicle is finally awakened. The door to Historia has been opened. None of this makes any sense. I didn't think you'd understand. Your confusion's only normal. Calm yourself and assess your current problems at one at a time. Right, my problems. That's right. What happened to me? Last thing I remember is facing Palomides and... You failed in your mission. Your comrades are dead, and you fell at Palomides' hands. Yes, I remember now. I was powerless to save Rainey and Marco. This is exactly why I didn't want to command. I don't need any partners. It's all because I told them to head north. Damn it. I know, you could have easily climbed over that barrier. I'm just saying, it would not have been difficult. Your assessment is correct. What? But don't you see? Your crucial error was choosing to head north at that moment. That was the place and time where history was decided. But you hadn't the strength to make the correct decision. That is why you came to such a tragic end. So, had we fled south, or just waited? Yes, you begin to see. But what? There's nothing can be done now. Besides, there's a blockade to the south. Going north was our only real choice. It seems to me that our fate was decided already. Indeed, Stocke. You recognize the truth of your situation. Had you changed your assumptions, you would have found a way to survive. What are you getting at? I'll skip to the end, Stocke, holder of the White Chronicle. The power has been given to you to decide the world's fate. You can change the past and rewrite history the way it should be. You must discern the correct decisions from the cornucopia of possibilities. This is a really I mean, I kind of knew this was coming from based on what they said, but I'm really curious just how much freedom they give you to change situations. Create a chain of decisions that will guide history to its true conclusion. Stocke, you can reenact the past with the White Chronicle. Don't mock me. What's done is done. The past is fixed. What do you suggest is impossible? Maybe you'll understand once you tried it for yourself? This isn't a joke? Quite the contrary. Seems seeing is believing for you. Haven't you wished for something like this before? If only I could go back and do it all over again. Yeah, I've said that too. Can I have a White Chronicle, please? I will definitely take it. Yeah, it kind of has to be limited, Squire. There's no possible way they could really... I mean, you just can't code a game that big. We sympathize with the devout wish and hope to grant it. Then, I'll ask one more time. Will this let me save Renee and Marco? Rainey. If that's what it meant to occur, then yes. Now go, Stocke. Stocke. Do what you must. Go, Stocke hero! Rainey, Marco. It won't be long now. I'll save you both. Where was that a dream? Are these what Palomides gave me? Then I wasn't dreaming. Have I really returned to the past? Where is everyone? They're alive. I really have come back. Heads up, it's a crossroads. I should have been slightly to the south so I could stop the sniper. Which way, north, or should we try to look down south? If you ask me, passing over the northern bridge would be the fastest way. No, we can't go north. The enemy will already be there in force. That's a really good question, Tatsu. Other than just being stubborn about history, just being like, no, the world can't be destroyed. That's a sucky ending. We're going to change it. It may take longer, but we should pass through south. I suggest the path near the river is the one we took coming here. Wait a moment, wasn't this just about when... No! I was going to say, just don't stand there. Get down, now! Huh? But, boom, we're under fire! Are you okay? Yeah, I don't know how, but I'm fine. Whew, all right, on your feet. How did they notice we were here? Fall back. See the clear the forces up north. We're in trouble. They know what we've been up to. Any suggestions, Stocke? This is when I led us north to our demise. Oh, not this time. We go south. Follow me. I promise you, this time we'll make it back to... Man, why are RPG heroes so bad at disguising what's happened? This time? Well, aye, Stocke. I wonder if their experience carries over. Like, I guess they didn't actually get any real fights before. Barricades. Figures they block off the roads. I doubt even all of us working together could budge these. Maybe we should head north after all? No, it's... Stocke? We go north, we're all dead men again. But how do we get past these barricades? You climb over them. Is there really a dead end? Is the north the only way? And if you can't do that, then don't think of them as subordinates. Consider them tools instead. They're not tools. I'll bring them back at any cost. But... just climb over them. Or go back and stop them from being set up. What the... you? Hello, Stocke. How's it feel to be back in time? Alas, you've reached a dead end on this side. Both histories are giving you trouble. But there is a way past the dead end. We'll give you the power to break through. I still don't know why you don't just boost each other over the barricade, but okay. What was that? We granted you a small portion of our power. Can you grant me all of the power if you want to save the world? Or you could just do it, that's also an option. This is no longer a dead end to you. The other possibility that was one block, a different history is about to unfold. And if you sift through the various possibilities, you'll surely find the means to survive. Let us meet again in a time beyond these possibilities. Hey, snap out of it, Stocke! You drifted off it. What's wrong? Did you come up with a plan? In a way. Remove the barricades and press on. What? Huh? Leave it to me. Oh, there was no scene like, what the hell, how did you do that? I feel like there should definitely be a what the hell, how did you do that scene. That would be important. Okay, but there's a treasure box up here. Not taking away my treasure box. Stocke is wearing bronze. The music here is pretty simple, but it's also very, you know, it fits it. Hey! Who reset this barricade? How'd they get past the barricade? Wasn't the plan to drive them towards the bridge? They'll get away clean if they break through here. We have to stop them cold. Execute Order 666. Okay, so they're all together. So let us go left. Smack. Smack. They didn't die? That is kind of amazing, actually. Formation completed. Well, you know what? Then I'm going to have to undo your formation, sir. Oh, I hit the wrong one. But it still works. If we keep going this way, we'll soon reach safety. I'll be able to return everyone home alive. Man, the ability to change time would probably be the most powerful ability in an RPG to date. One second, guys. I recognize the landscape. That's not just ahead. I can't believe I got out of there alive. Feels like I'm dreaming. I owe you 3 a lot. Thanks. No need for that. Just hurry and get the intel to Heist. Will do. The information will finally let us mount a counteroffensive. That's a 2-liter. I really should have it in the fridge, and I don't. Another one in the win column for us. Sure enough. But more than that. You're incredible, Stocke. You saw right through the enemy's trap, and even moved the barricade all on your own. Yeah, if it wasn't you, I doubt any of us would still be standing. About that... I can hardly believe it myself. I want to report it to Heist. Why don't we celebrate together? Oh, great idea! Mark's buying! What? I never said... Gotcha. I changed history. So is this the way history should have gone? That's my question, too. I'm like, they gave us the power to... I mean, because I bear the White Chronicle, I'm able to change history, but only to the history it should have been? How is that determined? You know, if I try and change history in a way it shouldn't have been, is a big old freaking, like, time beast gonna come up and be like, blah! You know? I hurt bad. I can barely stand. Come on, Stocke, we should... Hey, Stocke? What the... Where'd those wounds come from? Did he practice somewhere when we weren't looking? It was the arrows. He's too far gone for a quick fix. He needs a doctor. Come on, Stocke, take my shoulder. Mark, help us out of here. Right. I'm too short to lend a shoulder, but I'll do what I can. Are you two safe? That is true, Envious. Yeah, Stocke, we're fine, see? No holes in me, that's all thanks to you. Good. Stocke, hey, hang in there. Wait, does changing history kill you? He's passed out. Well, let's move it, Mark. Am I going back to the... Yep, I sure am. I know this place. It's Historia. Welcome back, Stocke. That seems to have gone well. Because you alter the past, the course of history has changed. That's right, I did change the past. I have to thank... It's because of you that I could save everyone. It was not our doing. It was the power of the White Chronicle. Are you and the White Chronicle separate entities? You could call us guides of Historia. It's our duty to teach the Chronicle's wielder the proper usage of the book. Well, I'm not concerned with how to use it at the moment. What I want to know is, how did there come to be something that can change history? No, I think so too, Envious, but it does seem awfully convenient as soon as they got safe. But it also could have easily been fatigue. And, you know, adrenaline was carrying him until that point. So it could go either way. With this, I can go freely back and forth in time, changing history as much as I like. I'm not sure something like this should exist at all. There's a slight error in your phrasing. Even the holder of the White Chronicle can't move freely around in time. Why not? The points in the time stream where you're capable of returning are fixed. Because of game mechanics, silly. The best way to describe them would be as pivotal moments in history. You can travel to those pivotal moments and get a second chance to act. But you can't change any parts of history that aren't directly related to those moments. So you can't just be like, I want to go back to 1776 when hookers were cheap. The White Chronicle's power is considerable, but it too has its limitations. Then it's not all powerful? No, that would be much too dangerous. If power on that scale were to be misused, there would be no means of stopping it. And that's why the creator of the Chronicle placed restrictions on its use. Interesting. That's a really cool mechanic there. I'm not sure it actually makes sense from a logical point of view, but from a game point of view, it makes a ton. So how will I know which elements I'm capable of returning to? You won't have to do anything out of the ordinary. Wait. Not doing anything out of the ordinary does not translate into traveling through time. I'm pretty sure to travel through time, you have to do something out of the ordinary. They'll appear naturally as you go about your life. We'll inform you as well when these moments occur. There is one important principle, though. These moments will be born of your experiences. It's interesting that he has an orange glow and she has a teal glow. I think orange and teal are opposite colors. So, I can't access a moment in history where I wasn't present. That's right. We should also discuss your injuries. You changed history so that you never fought Palamedes, yet your wounds did not disappear. There is a reason for this. There are two types of time. One the whole world experiences, and one that's limited to you. Even though you alter the world's time, your own time will not be reversed. So the wounds don't disappear, because from my perspective, they still happen. You're correct, so try not to die. You may redo a moment as many times as you like, but should you be slain, you will never be able to change things. That makes a lot of sense. I like the way they've set this game up. This game is really interesting. Remember this well. I will. In that case, there's a favor we'd like to ask of you. We ask that you not speak of the White Chronicle to anyone. Wow. Little obsessive girlfriend much? Don't tell anyone about us. Huh. Okay, so slight spoiler question. Whenever I beat the game, is the ending I get dependent on what I've done in history? Or, in other words, when I'm ready for the final battle, can I go back... Well, I know Tia's a boy. When I go back and change... Can I go back and change all of the relevant decisions to the endings right before I fight the final boss? Because that would be... I could, like, go to all the bad ones and then change them right back. If I'm thinking about this correct. Nothing good can come of Chronicle's existence being known. If people were to find out about this power, they'd fight over it. Is that what you mean? I bet they would. Alright. What about the original owner? I got the right quote from my superior. It's hard to believe he doesn't know about all this. Even so, you mustn't speak of it. We cannot tell you why. Yeah, just like Lila then. Yep, there's things I'm sworn not to talk about. For game plot revelation reasons. What are you hiding? I'm sorry. We can't tell you that either. There is a good reason for it, though. One of the restrictions on the Chronicle is that we aren't allowed to side with anyone. Some secrets must be kept in order to protect you. It's now the most we can divulge right now. Though we will guide you. You must be the one who decides to change history. You're understandably suspicious, but the world requires your power. Make no mistake. Okay, good. That's what I'm kind of worried about. I'm like, I don't want to mess up my ending just because I'm looking at bad paths. Please, Stocke. We'll do the best we can to guide you along the way. There's still a lot that's hard for you to believe, and you're still hiding something. But I'll play along for now. That's an excellent observation, Squire. They can't take sides, which means Does that possibly mean that Palomides had the, like, Black Chronicle? I'll use the White Chronicle to change history, and not breathe a word of it to anyone. How's that? Thanks. I'm glad you agree. Now here's the question, though. If Palomides has the Black Chronicle, could he go back to the point in time where he fought me and make sure he actually gets a crit and kills me? Or once I've changed the past so he doesn't fight me, is he unable to change that point anymore? Assuming he has it at all. Well then, Stocke. Until we meet again. Mother? Ghost Castle in the audience hall. I'm not sure those two are related. They have different color hair. The impressive Queen Protea leans over the people of Grenord from within. In her audience hall, she sits on a throne, enacting various policies at her whim. The chaos and misfortune that transpires during the war, all of it has its origin in this chamber. What is the extent of the evil lurking in this gleaming palace? No one knows for certain. What is it now? Urika? Urika? Do not disturb me while I'm at Lysia. Lysurie? Gonna French it up, Lysurie. Is that I guess that's like Eureka. And it's also good. Mother? When shall I receive a response regarding my employment program I proposed recently? Oh, yes, that. From what Selvin tells me, it's entirely too costly. The proposal is rejected. But, Mother, consider the nation's future, that program can only be beneficial. Employment will be granted to the people who have lost their jobs. Their lives will be enriched. Of course, it will need funding, but that should be easy if we cut back here on the palace. Cut back in the palace, you say? But everything here is essential to my eye. The palace was built on the sacrifices of the people. It's shameful to live here in luxury while the people give their lives to maintain it. Child, you fail to understand. Is Gregoa a matriarchy? Because I noticed that the queen seems to be running things, and I'm guessing that's a princess. Certainly looks like a princess, although I don't know. Japan is kind of confusing with its portraits at times. The citizens yearn to be in the presence of we exalted royal. That is why they toil so. Our lives of luxury are not a privilege, but a genuine duty of the Grenord royal family. Wow, how deluded are you? Can I just rename Protea to be Trump? Selvin says so. Mother, please listen. I wonder if Selvin is, like, mentally dominating Protea. The duty of the Grenord royal family is to save the world by performing... Oh, tiresome. Personally, I couldn't care one whit. But if you continue being such a nuisance on the subject, it could cause unrest in the people. You wouldn't want to meet your brother Ernst's end, would you? Prince Ernst never was very bright. If only he hadn't been so spoiled as to defy my late husband, the throne could have been his. That's a great... Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, Queen Zeal is very much reminiscent of this person. Protea. And then again, that's what made it possible for me to become queen after Victor's death. The only respect in which your brother's action worked in Grenord's favor. Mother? Grenord's throne comes with a heavier responsibility than you realize. And that is what makes it a position worthy of me. It's more complicated than I know, so it is worthy of me to have. What? Your qualification is not understanding what you're doing? It is still far too much for you. Then it is you who will be responsible for your actions on the throne someday. You will be responsible for this nation's fate. I'm not sure is that a boy or a girl. She's not wearing a dress. That seemed rather heated. I wonder what the subject was. Pay it no heed, Selvin. Gracious, but dealing with children can be vexing. Indeed, my queen. The fault lies not with you, Queen Protea. Of course not. Will I prosper, Ghost will be ever secure. You don't need to tell me that, Envious. I have definitely figured it out already. She's lived a life of being pampered, and basically, if this is anything like normal royalties, the only real job of women was expected to pop babies out. All of a sudden, she's the queen. She's like, I sit here, and the nation gets better. Haha. The Beloved Seal's mission was a success. Stocke suffered from heavy injury. Rainey and Marco carried him to the infirmary inside Alistair Castle. A few days later.
So, you made it back alive. I expect greatness from you, and greatness you have given me.
Heiss, I didn't expect to see you here.
They told me my best agent was in critical condition. How can I get any work done in my office while you're here in such a state?
Oh yeah, I definitely picked up on that, Envious. It's just like, yep, Selvin said so. Selvin knows everything. Selvin is a genius. Selvin can't go against Selvin. Selvin.
I told you before, you're one of my best boys. Much about our situation has changed while you slept. The Gnog army invading Lavitz Hill has been driven back. Not only that, we managed to take back the Sand Fortress at the border.
Impressive, good progress.
All of it thanks to the intel you brought back for us. We've finally proven our worth in the eyes of the military. It ought to keep our detractors off our backs for a while, at any rate.
One can hope.
Stocke, my boy, can't you at least act a little happier? Or does it hurt too much to give so much as a smile?
No, it's just how I am. You should know me by now.
Ah, well, as long as you have your health.
You have my next assignment, then?
You catch on so quickly. There is a job I'd like to ask you to take on. Come around my office later.
What about Rainey and Marco?
I put them on leave. The last mission was a rather...
Oh, that Richard. For a split second I thought you meant Tales of Grace's F's Richard. I was like, what?
The last mission was rather a strain on them after all. But they seem to have taken a liking to you. And they're looking forward to your return. I plan on assigning them as your subordinates the next mission as well.
I see.
By the way, Stocke, did the White Chronicle prove useful?
Does Heiss know something about the White Chronicle?
Well?
He seems awfully curious about if I used it. I was told to tell no one. I'll play dumb for now. I suppose it was useful as a lucky charm, like you said. Heaven knows we needed luck. And that's the only reason I can see for coming back in one piece.
I see. So nothing happened.
Such as?
Alright, I'll let you hang on to the White Chronicle for a while longer. I'm sure you could use a lucky charm on your missions from here on out.
I wonder why Heiss wants Stocke to be changing the histories instead of just doing it himself. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
If you'll excuse me, I have other matters to attend to. Once you're back on your feet, come around to my office.
Why is your dog attacking your face a normal enough occurrence for it to be happening multiple times in a short period? Oddie asked directly about the White Chronicle. Certainly saved us, but Is that why Heist gave it to me? Or was there another reason? Yeah, he's definitely got something cooking. Bah, I'm no mind reader. That's what I'm kind of thinking, Envious, only because it is the twins definitely stated that they were giving it to they were there in order to teach the true wielder how it worked. So it seems likely that Heist couldn't really use it, but he probably knows what it's for. My guess right now, my tentative guess, is that Heist knows what the White Chronicle is for. He knows it allows the history to be changed, but he can't use it himself. He's trying to find the person who can use it. Was back where what am I trying to say? He's trying to find someone who can use it so that he can basically have them change things in history, but he can't use it himself, and so he's just eventually he's probably going to try and take it away, and then the gig will be up. I'll have to tread lightly. Maybe put some distance between us soon. No secrets in here. So I couldn't get into the basement before. Let's take a gander about. Hello. Dun 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 dun. Fennell's the brightest mind in all of us, Alistel. He's the only one who can make the thermo machines allow even new recruits to fight like pros. In other words, I would stay out of his way if I were you. I'm nearly finished with the thermo machine. Don't interrupt me unless you can be of some use. It's a good thing you can't actually hurt people like that. I'd get arrested because I was just... Oh, hi. Hello, princess. I don't know she's a princess, but just based on her sprite art, I assume she's a princess. Stocke, finally, you're up and about, are you? Sonia. When Rain and Marco carried you here, they thought you were done for. But of course not. You trained too much for that to ever happen, You give me too much credit. You know, a lesser man in your condition wouldn't have pulled through. Honestly, you and Rosh both. Too many people in this army have taken too many chances with their lives. Doesn't it ever give you pause to think about all the people who worry about you? If I made you worry, I'm sorry. But this is the job. If we don't do it, Alistair will fall to Ghanog. I realize that. I may as well be talking to Rosh. You both say the same thing. Oh, it's not a monarchy. Okay. Well, then I don't know who she is. She's definitely dressed pretty fancy, though. Speaking of Roche, where is he? He's with Lieutenant General Raoul. Wow. Stocke is an ass. It's just like, hi, I was worried about you. Oh, okay, where's Roche? I don't want to talk to you. You have cooties. Roche is going to be appointed commanding officer of a new corps formed from fresh cadets. If you want to see him, I think he said he would be here shortly to visit you. And you're very purple. May I help you? Okay. What are you doing? Sonia, run. Oh, someone's trying to change history. Or does that mean that this is a point I can influence in the future? Stocke. Talk about a nasty surprise. What was all that about? Roche. Are you two okay? It didn't hurt you, did it? No, I'm fine. What about you, Stocke? You look like you're healing nicely. So I am. So again, is that purple glow has to be related to the... I'm not even sure this exists yet, but the Black Chronicle or the other side. Does that mean if I do come back to this moment that something will appear, not necessarily him? What division are you with? How dare you turn your sword against a fellow soldier? Huh? What was... Wow. The Black Chronicle's a jerk. What the hell just happened? Did he turn to sand? Okay, so then the White Chronicle is trying to preserve the world, and the Black Chronicle is what's trying to turn everything to sand. So, what do you think of that soldier? He wore an Alistar uniform, but... you don't think this is Gnorg's doing, do you? No. Something about it seems strange. An assassin would have acted faster. True. And there was where he died. I was going to say, he turned to freaking ash whenever he died, or sand. That's pretty strange to me. Also, why the Sam hell are all of you sitting on boxes when there's a perfectly good bed right there? I get that all three of you can't just, like, cuddle up on bed, because that would be weird. But at least someone could be on the bed. Sand plague, most likely. It's a mysterious phenomenon, causes people to turn suddenly into sand. That is so true. That's exactly... If there was something like the Black Chronicle going on, that's exactly how people would justify it. So it's just sand plague, and you don't know. It's a thing. I've read about it, but this is my first time seeing it up close. I'd always dismissed it as some old wives' tale. It's real enough, apparently. But who would cause a person to turn into sand? In the essence of life, mana is found in all living things. They say when one's mana is lost, one turns to sand. Roche is huge. Holy crap, yeah. I remember when I very first saw him, I thought he was just roided out like crazy. Is losing mana different than dying? With the Sand Plague, the cause and effects are reverse. Normally, when people die, the mana leaves their bodies. But that soldier's mana left him first, causing him to turn to sand and die. So basically, Sand Plague drains a person's mana. And it would seem, but I have no idea what would cause that. Could it be connected to the desertification? Maybe, or maybe not. No one knows yet what's causing desertification either. It's supposed to have begun sometime around the Empire fell several centuries ago. But did desertification cause the fall, or was it the other way around? Too many questions without answers. What's going to happen to the continent? Well, that's over our heads. Let's just do what we can. You're right. Well, I should get back to work. Oh, and by the way, I saw not let word of this get out. I'm told by who? My boss, you know, that Thaumatic scholar, Fennel, in the lab next door? I told him a moment ago about the soldier that died, and he said not to tell anyone else. I'll keep that in mind. And that's it from me. You're free to stay as long as you like. ... Hey, Stocke. Stocke. I don't know your name, even though I'm your best friend. Have you given any thought to joining my corps? Be just like how it was before Heist started up the Special Intelligence. Why now? I'm working under Lieutenant General Raul to head up a new corps. I'll need a good adjutant. More than that, I need one I know I can trust. It'll be a weight off my soldiers to have you around. Interesting, envious. Then, you want me to quit my post under Heist? You'd have to, yeah. Lieutenant General Raul had no transfer from Special Intelligence to Lieutenant General's command. You can take your subordinates along with you, too. That'll be no problem. Well, poor Heist will be left with nothing. He'll just be like, now I have an office and nothing to do. But, can you sway Heist? That, I don't know. But he'll either be convinced or coerced. Lieutenant General Raul will see to that. It's not up to Heist, it's up to you. Whatever you believe is best, that's what we'll do. This feeling, it's just like before. It's happening again. The right Chronicle is shining. What now? That's Roche. He's dead. And is that me with him? Did I kill Roche? Impossible. Stop this. Don't show me such things. can't be. Did I kill Roche? Is it something that happens? Well, it's obviously not something that happened in the past. In what kind of future would I ever do such a thing? I can see the hesitation all over your face. I'm not asking for an answer right now, mind you. Look, I just need to get the upstairs hall to greet the new recruits. Just think about it. Let me know your answer whenever you're ready. Leaving Heist for Roche. This isn't a decision I can make lightly. Yep, just walked out on her. What a... Holy wow! Why is it here? It's calling to me? Do I still have questions for them? I should go back there. You two. Hello, Stocke? Stocke? And we summoned you this time because there's something we need to tell you. Yeah, I have a question for you as well. A moment ago, I saw a future where I killed Roche. But what was that about? Please, calm yourself, Stocke. Our reason for summoning you is directly related to that. You went back and averted the deaths of Rainey and Mako. Roche's death happens further in the future, but it too can be averted the same way. Even should that future come to pass, you can revisit it and change history. And this is the primary juncture at which you may do so. Primary juncture? Don't tell me. History branches again here? Well, technically history branches every second of every day, but there are certain points where it branches more directly, or more extremely. That is correct. You are quite sharp. Look upon the path forward that you have chosen. Yep, here's the beginning of the game. Screen right here. What? This is the moment where history branches in two. You can return to this point in time and space with the White Chronicle. A node has been formed here. Node? Your decision now will have a profound effect on history. If you ever want to change that decision, return to this node. So this is an important choice. That's right. Whether you align yourself with Heist or Roche, the more vital to the decision than you know. Hey Max! Welcome! Your decision to stay on as an agent or join the course with Roche will change your life. Heist gave me the right Chronicle. I don't understand why, but he obviously knows what it can do. That may be reason enough to part ways with him. There are many potential paths laid out before you now. Make a decision, explore its consequences, and search for possibilities. That is the power of the White Chronicle. Search for possibilities. So again, that's the big question. If there is a Black Chronicle, what are its powers? Because it, in theory, shouldn't be the exact same, should it? It's going to definitely do something slightly different. We're not saying you should make your decisions carelessly. We just want you to know that you needn't be overly cautious. To search for possibilities in the shadows of history, without anyone finding you out, that's your true mission. I feel better than an agent by myself, huh? But I want to know one thing. Well, what is that? What's the point of all this? Before, my immediate goal was to save Rainey and Mako. But according to you, the White Chronicle is meant to bring about a true history. Safe to assume, then, it's not for my own personal gain. So what is this true history? If I do nothing, what would happen? The world will perish. What? It's no exaggeration. The world is on the verge of destruction. I'm sure you've noticed. You know well the nature of this war and what form its conclusion must take. As the desertification continues with no end in sight, man will make war over the arable land. The end result will be total extinction. You will prevent that from happening by creating a history that won't perish. Of all the endless possibilities that fade into darkness, there is but one razor-thin path of light. You must find it. Wow. I understand. In any case, I'll do what I can for now. That would be best. Becoming anxious over having to save the world isn't necessary to your advantage. Just do what you think is right. That may be all you need to reach a favorable history. Well, when you put it that way, sure, I'll try it. There's still one more thing we must tell you. Your journey will be hard. You will not go through it unscathed. As a result, we're considering healing you and your comrades through the nodes. Considering? That's interesting. Do I have to keep on their good side in order for them to keep doing that? You can do such things? Oh, yes. But it will require mana crystals to use this power. You won't be able to heal your wounds whenever you want. I have some mana crystals, take them with you. Alright, I'll be sure to use them wisely. Well, I'll always be close by, watching over you. Until we meet again, Stocke. Why was I given this power? Well, yeah, that is the question. I really want to know what Heist wants you to do with it. Well, no matter. I have a decision to make. To join Roche's court or not. I worry about you and Roche. You're always pushing yourself so hard. You should hang around the city and relax once in a while. So, interesting. Let me just see how this works. Not that I'm going back to this point, because that would be pointless. Pointless. Stocke was getting ordered by Heist to meet an informant in Lovett's Hills. But I can't go there. So this is just a, okay, I see. So that's just a history of the game. But that one I can actually go to. Don't mind me just randomly disappearing right next to you. So, okay. I have a feeling that going... The correct path is the one... Question. Should I go through the game on the correct path and then go back and revisit the bad choices? Or should I try and go the bad choices first and then go back to the correct path? Obviously, sometimes I'll guess wrong on the correct path and I'll have to go back anyway. But I kind of feel like I should try and go the correct path and then go back and revisit the bad paths at a future date. I feel like doing it the other way, where I keep having to replay it, is going to make me overpowered. Because I'll get like double the experience the whole game through. But let me know what you think, because you're smart. Okay. Is this the bridge you're repairing? Isn't it repaired yet? It looks like it is not repaired. Okay, well, I'll go the bad choices first. I feel like the correct choice is to join Roche. I feel like Heist, okay. I know I won't know which one the bad one is, but I think the correct path is to go with Heist, so I'm going to, or to go with Roche, so I'm going to go with Heist first. See what that does, because I expect I'll have to go back and change it. Oh, actually, okay, question. Once you've gone down a path, if you flip it and then flip it back, will it just automatically, like, once you've seen that, do you not have to replay it? In that case, it really wouldn't matter which one you did first. Yo, Stocke, you have your answer yet? You stay on Heist's man or join my team? Okay, so I feel like Heist is way too interested in the White Chronicle. I feel like he wants to use it for his own gain as soon as he finds out exactly, you know, that I can use it. And I feel like that's going to be bad. So I think the correct path is the Roche Brigade. Join Roche's Brigade. Is that really what I should do? Yes. Roche, I'm thinking to join the Brigade. That's good to hear. Tell you the truth, I wasn't confident I could handle all the training and all the Rukas myself. I'm glad to have you on board. I want to inform Lieutenant General Ryle of your decision. You should get all the paperwork set in motion. Dear children of Alstel, I have come bearing the word of the Prophet Noah. Alstel Castle, Noah Square. The Savior Noah delivered Alstel from Gnorg's oppression at the young age of 16. He is revered as a saint. 70 years later, he no longer makes public appearance. Oh, he's actually still alive! In theory. When Noah has a proclamation to deliver, General Hugo serves as a mouthpiece. These proclamations are delivered in the corner of Alstel Castle, commonly known as Noah Square. The common folk are not normally permitted, but on the eve of this proclamation, it is opened up. People come in throngs, eager for Noah's reassurance in time of war and uncertainty. It's General Hugo! General Hugo's arrived! Yeah! Advocate General Hugo! What's it? Advocate? Oh, advocate. Advocate. What saith the Prophet Noah? Tell us, General Hugo! Blessed are you, beloved children of the Prophet Noah. Hush now. Untainted believers of the light, I will now reveal to you all the message entrusted me by the Prophet Noah. Please give us the Prophet's holy message. The Prophet Noah has spoken. Now is the hour when the melted snow shall water the sandy soil. What? Melted snow? The land of Alstel is embraced by snow-capped mountains where the high gods dwell. If there are any who yearn for peace, the snow shall melt, and the deserts will have its succor. In truth, the melted snow refers to you, the people. Us? Blessed children of the frigid lands of Alstel, you will descend upon the tainted lands of Gregor and purify it. That is the Prophet's most devout wish. What should we do? This too, as the Prophet Noah foreseen. The source of the taint is the ancient kingdom of Gregor. Festering at the heart of the source is the evils enthroned there. Noah's actually like, you should go up and get some water for the people, and Hugo's just going crazy with it. Protea. He means Queen Protea! That Gnorg tyrant is evil in human form. The Prophet believes in you. He has seen the children of the pure melted snow ridding the land of these impurities. He knows the power of each of Alstel's children and will add to this crusade's success. That's right, this is a crusade! We have to pry Gnorg back out of Queen Protea's claws. If victory in Gnorg is what the Prophet Noah wants, that is what we'll work towards. Go forth, my children. The waters of the pure melted snow shall rid the world of this evil. Death to the evil Queen Protea. We'll prove the Prophet Noah's power to the world. Do not forget, the melted snow shall also nourish this desertified world. That is such a hard word to say, oh my god. Desertified. Actually, it's desertified. but I can't say that. I'm not. My mouth does not work like that. So I always say desertify. It's like, ooh, we're making crepes. Crepes are desserts, right? You probably know his holy name. Our salvation begins now. Awesome. We're the best around. Melted snow, huh? Is that the prophet? That seems too young to be the prophet. I mean, he's got to be like 86 by now. No matter how often I see your theatrics, General Hugo, they never cease to amaze. We'll be seeing a bump in the ranks of the enlisted men soon, I suspect. He's certainly comfortable in the role of the prophet's mouthpiece. But if he doesn't keep his wits about him, someday he'll find that... I'm interrupted! Lieutenant General Rawl, sir. May I come in? Of course. The door's unlocked. Excuse me, sir. I know you must be busy. I'll think nothing of it. So what brings you here? Oh, I'll have a little bit of time in a little over an hour at 11 o'clock Pacific. Other than that, could probably help tomorrow. Or Saturday I basically go straight into streaming, so probably not Saturday. It's the matter of the adjutant for my brigade. I think I may have mentioned it. Oh, Stocke, yes, I remember. Did he see things your way? Yes, sir. He said he'd be fine with... that he'd be glad to sign on with my brigade. Roche. It's just me. You can relax a little. You don't have to act differently around me. It makes things easier between us, and besides, I know it's not your style. Then again, if you continue to rise through the ranks, you'll need to act more like a leader. I see. Anyway, that's the long and short of it. Stocke will be my adjutant. Alright, the documents are already prepared. I'll get them to personnel right away. Everyone's got plans, and it's a matter of, like, maneuvering through the game without rewarding people's plans. Do you think Heist will be okay with that? Technically, you'll be taking Stocke from under his nose. You have a point there. But the lack of skilled officers in our army is a real problem. And Heist's special intelligence group has no official sanction, yet alone veto power. Do I remember right that he created it without permission when he first came here? You do indeed. Plus, Stocke was a military man for years before Heist formed the Special Intelligence. With Special Intelligence still an unofficial outfit on paper, Stocke is still a soldier. When you think about it that way, it's only natural for Stocke to be recalled. There's no reason to let Heist hog off the top talent for his unofficial pet projects. Though I suppose it's his pet project to save Alstom more than once. I see what you're saying. But official documentation aside, do you think Heist will take this lying down? Don't worry, he's no fool. Present him with an unshakable argument, he won't press the point. Instead, he'll find a less direct means of getting even. That's what Dare expected, right? Yeah, I thought as much. There's no way to take this lying down. That sort of thing is part and parcel of any big organization. Stage for society. I wonder if Heist is the one that kills him. Just tread lightly. Yes, sir. Well then, shall we talk of something else? You know, headquarters has given the order for your brigade to go into action. Do they understand my brigade is made of fresh meat? Ugh. That might be a bit of a problem, because tomorrow I work until, basically now. I don't stream, but I'll be at work all bloody day. If you want to, just post your question here. I can try and answer the best I can. Obviously, it depends on how specific your question is, but I can definitely give some general advice on OBS. Heck, I wonder if necessary, I could even, like, show you my OBS settings. Because I don't mind taking a second out for that. They're all civilian. None of them have ever touched a weapon until just recently. They understand, yes. Alright. Stocke will be with us, though. I'm sure we'll make it through. A fine attitude. You seem to have a lot of faith in Stocke. He has some personality quirks, but to my knowledge, his skills are unparalleled. Maybe so. I look forward to seeing what he can do. I'm not sure if Raoul is short, or if it's just a matter of, the other guy being so freaking big. Roche. That's how we playing the part of the melted snow. Sorry? Is it theocracy? No, theology is like a belief system. I think it may be theocracy. You didn't hear General Hugo's speech? Oh, you mean when he delivered the Prophet Noah's proclamation? Awesome, I got it right! And the cheers were deafening. It was indeed a stirring speech. We drowned on enlistment once more. It be as if the snow from the mountaintop suddenly melted. I'll do my best to bring them back alive. That's my job. Well said. Now then, let's go over the details of your mission. And fade out, yep. I bloody knew they weren't going to get it. A lot of detail. What do you think's up with this branch to a new brigade? It's a far cry from special intelligence, and we'll be working under Stocke. Since people officially in charge did some reshuffling of personnel. And came down from the army, so I guess General Hugo or Lieutenant General Rawl were involved. Probably right. Heist would have said something. Seems like a crazy way to do things, doesn't it? You can say, they decide, we obey. Feel sorry for Heist, but we should do our best on our new brigade. Yeah. Whatever department we're in, we're still working to protect Alistel. That is so awkward for Stocke. He's just sort of like, yeah, I sort of picked it without talking to you. I probably should have looked for them, actually. I'm kind of a jerk. Huh, that reminds me. I knew Captain Rose, wasn't it? He's a friend of yours, isn't he, Stocke? Yes. This was some time ago, but back when I was in the army, we fought side by side. Oh, a friend of yours, eh? I wonder what he's like. Here he is. Captain! Wow, way to not turn around for like 20 seconds. Oh, you're the guy that Stocke was talking about outside the city the other day. Oh, you're the new captain, huh? What? The nerve of you talking to your captain like that. It's okay. Not really one for formalities anyhow. But Cap, you have to set a good example for the brigade. Come on, let's discuss the mission. I may as well say, we've already got marching orders. Our destination is the Alma Mine, the Western Mountains. Mine? The mine west of Lasville Hills. It's a strategic location that passes through the mountain interior to Ghonor's territory, and it seems it's been invaded. Our mission is to drive Ghonorg out of the mine. Ghonorg's side should have been sealed. It used to be, but apparently they blew open the seal and forced their way in. Well, that's rather reckless, setting off explosives in the old mine. Why would they do such a thing? Because of the Sand Fortress. You heard that Alistel took it back recently? Ghonorg wants to attack us. They have to capture the Sand Fortress first. But that's easier said than done. It's well fortified and takes a lot of planning and effort. So they're eyeing the Alma Mine as an alternative route when they get around the Sand Fortress. I see. By the way, who's that with you? Oh, right. Already heard my brigade is composed of new cadets? He's sort of the leader of the Fresh Faces. My name's Kiel, sir. I heard a lot about you from Captain Roche. He always wanted to be in the army. He visited us all the time just to watch us train. I eventually got to know him, so I told him about you. I'm great at fencing, well, great at witch-old sword dancing, technically. But the captain told me he knew a captain who was someone who's much better with a sword. Me, I assume? Yes, sir! I'll train hard to someday be as good as you are, Sergeant. Well, Stocke, how's it feel to be someone's role model? I really like this. I like the back and forth they have going. You're not as shady a guy as you'd think. Well, if you say so, sure. Good to meet you, Kiel. Oh, the honor's all mine. chance comes up, I'd like to see these sword skills of yours. Particularly the sword dancing you mentioned.
Of course, I'd be honored to, Sergeant.
Also, the sergeant's a bit much. Just call me Stocke.
But then I wouldn't be setting a good example. I have to call you Sergeant!
Looks like the introduction went smashingly. See, I was right to make you my adjutant. Thing is, I'm sorry to put this on you, I need you to be the vanguard of this brigade. None of these new soldiers have any combat experience. I only trained men in the vanguard.
Oh, so that's why Mark and I were reassigned here.
I see your point. It's best to keep casualties. Best way to keep casualties to a minimum. I'll join as well anytime you need my help. Just holy crap, he will? Kill Squad will be providing support directly behind us. Not just for that though. I also want to give them a chance to see you guys in action.
I'll try real hard to not to be a burden.
This characterization is great. I'm really, really happy with this game so far. Alright, let's get going. Oh, and about our equipment. Army didn't give us any. We got this instead. 500 gold. You know, and I know it's not much. But let's keep that to ourselves. Stop by the weapon shop and use your judgment on what we need. Okay.
Oh, mine, huh?
So the question is... So Roche is level 7. Okay, I can't get Stocke out of the party. That makes sense. What skills does Roche have? I would actually like to see all of his skills, if that's okay. This is tough, because I really like Rainey, but I kind of feel like I don't need her. I feel like she is the weakest link. Because I definitely want to keep the healer here. Okay, you're very much right. Okay, so Grave Tunk, 1 column physical. So he hits an entire column. And he also has left assault. Because I definitely feel like I should keep someone that can heal with me. Still blocked. You guys suck. Stop blocking everything. I should actually be good on equipment, I think. So I'm just going to pocket the money. Yeah, I don't need to buy stuff, Envious. Let me look at the sign to see which way the stupid hills are. North also, west Alma Mine, south blocked by a rock slide. West is this way. You can't get to the treasure chests. I tried forever. Well, then how do I get to the Alma Mine? What was that? Oh, damn. I thought it was column, not row. Well, then instead of that, can you left assault him down? And then I can grave truck that row? And then I'll change you and you around so that you can knock him back, and then you can just attack him. That worked. $143 gold. Wow. So in like 3 fights, I'm going to have as much gold as you could have, is what you're telling me. Well, hi there, Mr. B. I'll let them all go. There we go. Now, let's get to it. Push you down. Then push you back. Then attack both of you. And just finish you guys off. Not really worth messing with a whole bunch. Those killer bees weren't very killer, gotta say. I really, I've said this before, but I really like the way that works. Thank you, that is true. I'm not considering grapple. I can move these, I don't know why I'd want to. Unless, can I reinforce the bridge with them? I'm just trying to really move around the bridge. I can't move these. I can't slash them. So I'll keep heading this way, try and get around. Because I know it's west. Save real quick, because passing up a save point is just stupid. Why would you ever do that? Alright, already got that. I did not look at the level up screen. What are you talking about, Envious? The level up screen, they're both level 4. Well, now Marco's level 5, but the thing is, Marco has heal. And, I'm fairly sure that Rainy doesn't. Yeah, she has Thunder and Push Assault. Whereas Marco has Weakness Scan and Heal. And heal is way more important in a fight. He did? Well, that's dumb. Thank you for telling me, though, because I did completely miss that. Oh, what a punk! Okay, well then yeah, I'm switching Rain back in, because I like Rain better than Marco. Thank you very much for mentioning that. Well, the first time you mentioned, I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't look at the... Holy, how many of these are there? I'm not saving again. Not going to do it. Do I eventually get like a flaming sword that cuts those down? I figure I must. So that's how I get out that way. Well, how the heck do I get out of here? Let me out! They said it was west, but I have not yet figured out how to go west. Oh, they're all nicely together right now. So I'll just kill these off. And then you can change with her. Alright. Alright, there she goes, just slightly behind. So this is still going to yell at me, right? A lot of monsters here, though. No, it's not going to yell at me. I got super confused about where everything was. Altamine East. Hey, it's you again! I figured you'd be like hiding in a basement for the rest of the war. You must be Captain Ross and Sergeant Stocke. I've been waiting for you. That's us, alright, but who are you? I'm the field agent in this area. I've got orders to update you on the situation at the All Mine. Alright, well, that should be helpful. How's it looking? First, you should know about the enemy. Seems we're up against Count Sylvan's troop. Oh, it's Count Sylvan. That's interesting. It was just Sylvan up until now. I did ignore him, envious, because I thought I was going back the way I came. I thought it was an enemy. I'm about to go back and meet him, now that I realized that this was the other way. Sylvan. He's the one everyone knows as the brain-supporting Dias from the shadows, isn't he? Probably gets a bigger fry than I imagined. We absolutely can't fail this mission, or we'll be in deep trouble. I agree. But here we have a problem. What do you mean? This side of the entrance is blocked by rock slide at the moment. So the plan was to clear it with explosives into the mine. But we've lost contact with the merchant who was meant to deliver the explosives. That's all I got for you. You can get more details of the other soldiers further in. Next mission awaits, so if you'll excuse me. This is bad. We gotta make a move before the enemy gets their foot in, but we can't even get inside. Seriously. Not only that, but Sylvan's troops are on the move. We should go see what shape the entrance is in. No, we need to head back real quick. Stop! Stop! Man, that's a tight seal. Captain Root, about the situation report. I heard the gist of it from the informant, but more importantly, has Scout been sent out yet? No, sir, we're a little short-handed. Ah, boy, that's not good. Even if we send someone out now, if you didn't manage to spot the soldiers, it'd be dusk. But without those explosives, we're pretty much sitting ducks. Captain Root, don't we have the thermachines with us? If we had those, I could move the rocks single-handedly. But do you honestly think they keep such expensive weapons in holes like this? Of course not. I just wanted to ride a thermachine, just once in my life. Well, they're being produced by an engineer named Fennel in Alice's lab at Care. Regardless, we have to focus on our current problem. If my gauntlet's useless on this. Why don't you let me go back? Damn it! If we can't go any further, why don't we just ambush them here? If the goal is to get inside Alistair territory, we'll have to come through here anyway. Well, generally speaking, ambush should give us the upper hand in battle. Stocke, what do you think? Neither! Let me go back and talk to the dude on the road! Stupid game. I'm almost gonna reload, but no. Gotta stick with where I am. Let's ambush them. We can't spare a single soldier to be out in the wild goose chase. And taking the lack of training the soldiers like Keel have into account, it's a good plan. You're right. An ambush would be an efficient way to make sure we're ready for Selvyn's troops. Alright, Keel, you're the man. Gear up and gear the brigade. Sir, yes, sir. I have a feeling that we're going to get just destroyed by Selvyn. Awesome! I made the right choice. Problem is time. Another victory, the hard-fought battle proved too time-consuming. Those forces were dispatched not only out of mine, but the Sand Fortress as well. The Sand Fortress fell, Gnorg's march on Alistair was unimpeded. It was only a matter of time before Alistair was seized by the full might of Gnorg. Roshan's brigade were destined to face the futility of many impossible battles. Oh, that wasn't the right choice. Whoops. You've returned, Stocke. Ambushing the enemy was a good idea, but your timing wasn't so good. You ended up getting attacked on the two sides. I don't know if that's a spoiler, Ghost. That's already basically been said. We already knew that Selvyn was running the country, and we already knew Dias was running the army. So having them be the main two people that are, in charge of the military is kind of already known. But still, you're right. It gets into quasi-spoiler territory. And the world will turn to sand by the time you can accomplish it. You're gonna have to go back in time to reverse this mistake. Stocke, you must use Historia. I actually don't need to use Historia. I need to use Save Point. How do I save point? How do I restart? I want to talk to dude on the road. Yeah, but the actual save point I had was way closer. I'm pretty sure I just have to basically go... Nope. This place gets me so turned around. Yeah, probably envious. And I will know that for the future. I'm a traveling merchant. You should write lots of prayer for what's up ahead. Do you have explosives? Dang it, I came back for this. Oh, god dang it, Ghost, are you serious? That is a good point. Okay. figured that would actually be a plot thing to talk to that merchant, and no, he was just a merchant. So, okay, I'm going to make the same choice. Yeah, that's what I figured, Squire, but the thing was I wanted to go back and talk to that merchant. Although he ended up being completely irrelevant, which is unfortunate. I know there was a node! People! My reloading had nothing to do with the decision at all. Oh, yeah, I was pressing B. So we'll do ambush again. Okay, my bad. Okay, now we're back here. God, that stupid merchant that I thought was important and totally wasn't. Okay, so we're back here. Huh, you don't think this is Gnor's doing, do you? No, something about it seems strange. Yeah, we've seen this already. So it's interesting it sends me back to here instead of the decision that directly preceded the bad end. Why in the world did it bring me here? That does not make any sense. And... start. I'll try that, Envious. So this is this path. So we'll continue down this path until we get to a place we can't go any further. Yep, you're right. Start completely skips it. Good call. Thank you very much, Envious. Okay, so we'll send scouts out. Should I send out? Yeah. No. And then we should be time consuming. Perhaps we should... Well, Stocke, looks like you're between a rock and a hard place. You two, that means... We have something to tell you. We feel the presence of the Chronicle, one who bears the same powers of you, as you. What do you mean? Are you telling me there's another Chronicle? That's right, there is. It's called the Black Chronicle. I was right, I totally guessed its name. Granted, figuring out the inverse of the White Chronicle is not all that difficult, but still, I'm still pretty happy. So it's the opposite of mine. And someone else out there is wielding it just like I do. That's right, and its owner is throwing the history into disarray. What? How's that possible? Well, the Black Chronicle grants the same special power, and it's being used to cause harm to you. But why? What's the angle? So I need to find out who the Black Chronicler is and take him out? We don't really know. You mean to tell me that even the residents of Historia are blind to something? It's not as though we're omnipotent beings. We can't see into the hearts of the wielders of the Chronicles. I see. Let's just take a step back here. Our mission is at a standstill because explosives were never delivered. And you're telling me that it's all the doing of whoever wields the Black Chronicle? Correct. Mercer was killed by the owner of the other Chronicle. And in doing so, history's been misaligned. And what can I do then? Should I go back in time? Well, yes and no. To be precise, you would need to go back in time in the other history, because sometimes even go back in time isn't enough to solve a problem. If that's the case, you can resort to going back to the other history's timeline. Two histories are bound to the same world. Hearts and mind of its people are shared. Thus, the actions we take in one time reverberates to the other. Take the merchant, for example. He was killed in the other history, and now his death is affecting the true history. So what you're saying is, if I say him in the other history, he'll be alive in this one? And that would mean the explosives would get delivered. Am I right on the right track here? Correct. You've just spoken to the informant. After that, he moved somewhere else. This action must be affecting the other history. You should search for incidents in the other history, maybe linked to the situation. Especially if you are scheduled to meet him. You have to pay close attention to detail. Awesome! This is a really, really interesting... Again, I'm not sure I actually buy it from a, like, timeline situation. I'm not sure I actually accept that this is how things would really work, but it's a very, very interesting system, which is awesome. Alright, I'll give it a shot. You're sure to find yourself in similar situations from here on out. The present and the past, two timelines. You'll pass between them as necessary, in order to guide history in the right direction. I got a feeling that'll keep me busy. Alright, let's head to the other timeline. Sergeant Stocke, sir? Hey, what are you mumbling about? It's nothing, don't mind me. Well, if you're figuring out a way to get a hold of those explosives, keep going. Just try not to scare my men when you do it. So, got any ideas? I do, but I can't actually tell you what they are. They involve, like, altering the space-time continuum. Okay. That did not mean to press that button. Roche, why are you not in my party? So I need to go back to the other timeline and make a different choice. And there's 3 paths, which is interesting. I have to wonder how the 3 paths work. Okay, and when I come back here, I'm the only one actually time traveling. The others are... not. For lack of a better term. So if I go this way, what happens if I go and look for my other 2 party members, like I said I should have done previously? Well, first of all, let me check the bar. Oh, I think I was in here before. Yeah, they're not in the bar. Yeah, my ear itches. Help! You don't have anything for me yet. I can't get behind Roche at this point. There's got to be something. Nothing in here. Just gonna I don't know what I'm trying to say. Those are very polite soldiers, I must say. I'm not really sure where they would be. That's open. That wasn't open before. But there's nothing in here. No reason for me to come in here. Okay, so I need to run down here. Nothing in this junction. there's a treasure chest up there that cannot be gotten. Because I need them to open that stupid road. I can't afford that. I'm curious how to get to the third path, because there's definitely 3 paths out of here. Plus, I would like to ask their opinion, since I'm kind of like making a decision for them. But yeah, I don't see them, so I guess I'll have to go talk to Roche. Every time I say Roche, I always think of the Witcher series. Every bloody time. I can't... Yeah, it's like I can't go around him, can I? He is pretty big, he's hard to go around. Roche, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna continue working on our heist. I see. I'm disappointed, but it's your choice. To be honest, I really could have used your support. I want you on my team, Stocke. But if that's the path you chose, I'll respect your decision. And good luck, buddy. I'll be waiting your return. That's what I'm guessing, Squire. It may not be something I can do yet. But that's... I have to say, I have to take a second and talk about the way this is set up. It's really interesting with... It makes total sense with the world they're setting up. Because Stocke can only affect things he was physically present for. And so if he's doing this path, he can't be there to save the merchant. But by taking his separate timeline, he can be there to protect the merchant, and the merchant will survive because the merchant isn't affected by the timeline switches. So he can protect the merchant in a second timeline. Which again makes me wonder, I mean, how much can you actually do this? How much can you play with that? Oh, you must be stuck. This way, please.
I've been waiting for you, Stocke. What's the matter? You look like there's something on your mind.
It's nothing.
Ah, alright then. To business. The job this time is to apprehend a certain person. You're still convalescing, but that shouldn't be a challenge.
A certain person, eh? Who's it we're talking about?
His name is Vlad. He's the leader of a rebel faction who opposes the Prophet Noah.
A rebel faction? Well, Hugo requested this, didn't he? We're in all assaults at the beck and call of the Prophet.
A man in my position has nothing to say about that. But it is true. Faith in the Prophet Noah is the fuel that drives this nation. And we can ill afford to condone anyone who throw a wrench in the works. Does that not satisfy you?
No, it's fine. Tell me more about this Vlad.
We haven't found out what he looks like yet, but we do know something of his movements.
Hasn't set some bait, have you?
They're nothing special, as rebel factions go, for I've heard there's a similar resistance in Grenoble. Theirs seems to be giving them a great deal of trouble. Ours, on the other hand, poses little threat. They fall quickly into traps.
So, where am I headed?
Start at the item store on the first ward. The owner is one of my informants. Find out anything he knows about Vlad, and take whatever measures you deem appropriate.
You want me to capture him, not kill him?
They mean very little in the greater scheme of things, but we can learn much from them.
So that's the question. Can I do this mission and also go save the merchant? Or do I have to like come to this timeline and just ignore him and go after the merchant? Because the thing is, I also don't know where the merchant will be necessarily. I know he interesting. It's raining. Okay, and then we've got... They said to start at the item store. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum bum. That's the tavern. All right. A swordsman in red. He must be Stocke. I said you'd come around. And here I am. Tell me what you know about Vlad, and I'll take it from there. Vlad should show his face at the bar in the second ward. How will I know him? Oh, he's hard to miss. He always wears a robe. In this weather, I doubt the bar will have too many patrons. Once he shows up, you should be able to spot him right away. Alright, I'll be on the lookout for a robed man. I've let the bartender in on the plan. He's supposed to supply Vlad with false information. Once you see him make contact with the bartender, the rest is up to you. Got it. Thanks. If I specifically would spend a little cash. Yeah, Heist isn't my dad. Heist can't tell me where to spend my money. You should have played your cards a little different. You should have been like, oh. I don't see one with a robe in here. Is it the other bar? Nope, it's this one. Oh, and check out, getting my Mac on. I'm totally going to just be right up next to this person. Barkeep, I'm here for the goods. What goods are these? The offering to profit. Ah, yes, that. I have it right over here. Sorry to trouble you, barkeep. Make sure you don't open that until you're back home. Absolutely. Until next time, then. And by all means, come again. So am I following him or am I apprehending him here? I guess I'm doing something here. Something in need, friend? Are you Vlad? What's it to you if I am? I'm not an impaler if that's what you're suggesting. I'm to bring you in. I wonder why you're dressed differently than your average soldier. You're specialist hatchet man. Dedicated to your work, I see. Shut up! Don't you ever get to wondering? Take the prophet Noah's guidance. Is General Hugo still giving the people the truth? It's been 5 years since the prophet's been seen in public. What's he doing with himself? I couldn't care less. The mission is to apprehend you, and that's what I intend to do. Such obedience, more like a lapdog than a rat terrier. If there's one thing I hate about dogs like you, it's all the blind loyalty. I told you once to shut up. And if I don't? What, you ready to muzzle me, dog? Aha, the dog shows his teeth. Sorry, but I won't be hounded to my grave. Vlad the Spy. Oh yeah, this is mine. Apparently knocking him back was a bad idea. Was that a boss ghost? I really didn't feel like it was. Oh, that's interesting, on level 5. So it actually saves your status at each location. I had not realized that yet. I'll leave a Mongol get the better of me. I swear, the prophet will be... Yeah, there's enough out of you. You can shoot your off in you mouth off in an interrogation. So, where were you before, Rainey? Yeah. I mean, that was amazing, Stocke. I never would have guessed you were still on the mend. If you can handle a sword like that, well, you should have no problem getting back to work. You are here. You gotta call this back up in case anything happened. But you handle it yourself just fine. I won't be waiting back at Heiss's office. Alright, I'll see you there. Let me go rest at the inn real quick, because I am kinda low. I burned through a lot of resources doing that by myself. Okay, there's nothing back there. I always hate when I can get into areas that I can't really see, because then I'm always just questioning, ooh, what's this? Is there a secret? Did I find a secret? And I never did. I swore I thought the end was here. It is. I am correct. Let's see if I can find a skip by sitting at the end. Oh, wrong game. Thank you very much. Be safe. Okay, so the question is... Good, I can access this from here. But the explosive merchant is nowhere to be seen. Does it give me any more information? Like where he was coming from? Because I should be able to find him in this storyline. I don't mind the skit in system as much, except for the problem is they need to be completely optional, and man, do I get harassed to death if I don't just, you know, like stay at inns every 2 seconds in order to find all the skits. And I know I miss some and people don't really mean to harass me about it, but I'm just like, oh my god, guys, shut up. Yes, I missed a skit, you'll live. So I guess I'll go to Heiss's office. I need to somehow figure out where this merchant is, so I can go and save him. You know, theoretically, that's the problem. The big thing is they didn't tell me where the explosives were coming from, so it's I can't just, like, walk the route and try and find him in this timeline. So I'm going to push this timeline as far as possible. That was a marvelous display you put on. So, what do we manage to wring from them? Yes, you should know. They were hatching a plot to plunder the army's supply of awesome! Explosives! The shipment was originally meant for use at Alma Mine. Boobs? Where are boobs? I assume they have left savory intentions for explosives. Well, the rebels are weak and few in number. They usually foil their plots before they start. The real problem here is if the explosives don't reach Alma Mine. That's right, that's why I was holding back at the Roach Blade in the other history. If the explosives don't reach their destination in time, the repercussions will be severe. That's it in a nutshell. So, am I just revisiting the heist? No, I have an agent dealing with that. I had a more delicate mission in mind for you. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me everything. I won't mince words here. This mission stands a chance of putting the end to our long war against Grenarg. Oh yeah, had you not been here before, Max? Man, I was commenting earlier on just how ridiculous her outfit was. It's like she has on a choker, which goes behind her back in order to attach to her dress, just to leave the boob window open. It's ridiculous.
It's a vital mission. No one but you, Stocke.
What's the objective?
You will begin by heading to
Gnorg, hello!
More than that, I can't say now. The situation changes hourly. Once the final order is given, you'll be contacted on site. It may seem like a roundabout way of doing things, and such are the difficulties of the mission.
Very well.
To start, you'll have to update yourself with the current best way to enter Gnorg territory. To that end, you'll liaise with our border contact at Lovett's Hills. He's on another mission in the Alma mine now, but he'll come to Lovett's Hills when he's done.
So, okay, since I did this in this mission, does that make... Oh, you're fine, Mac. I do not blame you. I'm very frequently doing stuff while watching other streams. Since I did this and we captured Vlad, does that mean the other agent will actually make sure the explosives get there? Or am I going to have to step in on that one too?
But he'll come to Lovett's Hills when he's done.
Well, if it's a simple border crossing, wouldn't we just pass through the Sand Fortress? I don't see the need to pick up any special intel for that.
And if I told you the Sand Fortress on the verge of being recaptured by the enemy?
Is it really?
It's an old story now with a border stronghold. We capture it, the enemy takes it back, we reclaim it again in an endless cycle. Control of the Sand Fortress is too fluid to be reliable for this mission.
Hence the need for the most current information, I see.
You'll rendezvous with the contact under the bridge of Lovett's Hills.
Wow, that was not Lovett's Hills. You can tell where my brain is.
Wait there, he'll come to you.
Alright.
Oh, I said this earlier when we met in the medical facility. You shall have those two along with your subordinates for this mission again. It's a difficult mission, and you'll need to work together to accomplish it.
Looks like we're in the same boat again, Stocke. Let's make this another success. Sounds good. We'll wait for you outside the castle. Please, excuse us, Heiss.
I'm expecting as much from you as I did before. We'll do our best to live up to your expectations, sir.
Oh, that's Marco. We'll do our best to live up to your expectations, sir. I swear this guy kind of reminds me of Igor, but not really.
I suspect that in the course of your mission, you'll learn the truth about this continent.
Excuse me? Is gathering info on one of our objectives?
No, but it would hardly be a waste of your time to find out. I suspect once you know, you'll feel that it was better for you to have discovered it.
So that's something to look forward to.
That will be all.
Prepare yourself first and head to the bridge at Lasville Hills. So on the one hand, I could jump to the other storyline now, but I'm interested in like playing out just about all of them. Oh, what is this? Aren't you going to Gnorg? Aren't they pushing your luck a little too far with this one? It's the heart of the enemy's territory, for goodness sake. I know the risks. No, I don't think you do. Ryu's headquartered there. Queen Portia has 2 personal attendants, major figures in Gnorg's military. Diaz and Sylvan, right? Right. On the one hand, you have the court knight Diaz, the most active in the Gnorg army. On the other, the scholar Sylvan with an iron grip on their parliament. Plus, Palamida is the executioner, Diaz's right-hand man, supposed to be there too. Lord Gnorg is putting yourself amongst the wolves. Nobody would do that unless they were willing to throw their life away. It won't necessarily come to a direct conflict with them. There's no way to guarantee that. If you were to be found out, not even you could wiggle your way free of that. Roche, this is hardly the first dangerous mission I've taken. and I've never gone about any of them intending on getting myself killed. Can you promise me you won't become another casualty of this damn war? I really like this scene. This scene really kind of shows Roche is really, really worried about Stocke. You know, he wanted Stocke to join him, Stocke wouldn't, and then Stocke is put on, like, the most crazy, stupid assignment ever. Stocke, come on. How long am I gonna keep working for Heiss? I don't know what's gotten into him. He's been at odds with the army all the time lately. I worry sometimes he's just using you. Do yourself a favor, man. Come back to the army. Let's work together just like we used to. Even if Heiss is using me, it's my call to make, not yours. Besides, it's all the same to me if I'm working for the army or the special intelligence. I'll do whatever job comes my way if it's for the sake of the Alistel. That's all. Even if it leads to your death? Roche, why are you so hung up on that? You're a soldier. You know as well as I do that what we're in for when we signed up. Right, of course, but... been barely any time at all since you nearly died at Laville Hills. I sensed death stink on you, and my premonition almost came true. Maybe this time it really will. Damn it, I'm trying as hard as I can, and you... Don't, Roche. Sonia, I don't mean to be this rude, but stay out of this. This is between us two. Well, from my perspective, you seem to be projecting your worries onto him. Ugh. You always know just where to hit where it hurts. I'm worried about Stocke too, but... Stocke walks off. Hey, I wasn't done with you. I'm touched by your concern, but I'm not planning to treat this as a suicide mission. I'm just doing what's necessary for my country. So, that's your last word as far as you're concerned, huh? I'm gonna hold you to that. Feel free. I'll see you in the other timeline, buddy. Honestly, why do we put our lives on the line like this for the sake of the job? It's because it's the only way there is. For you, and for him. You've returned, Stocke. You have chosen a path which diverges from your friends, but your paths will cross again someday. I'm certain of it. Now, let us add a new chapter to the right Chronicle. No. So, okay, if I go back here... Now that I've done that, in theory, this one should also lead to... Wait, but I stopped the explosives in the other timeline. Roche was killed in the other history. Yeah? That's a difficult question. Here's what it is. I feel like the discovery-based ones I don't mind at all. All those take us paying attention. I know I've missed a lot of them because I get distracted, but those are fair. The end and save point based ones are annoying, especially because you have to go around. Every time something happens, you have to go around and touch all the nearby save points, and it's just tedious. It feels like it's a question. If you're asking me which do I think is easier to get them, I think the end and the save point ones are easier to get. All you have to do is be, as you play through the game, you have to be deliberate and constantly go around and pick stuff up. However, because that they are easier to get, it's more of a chore to get them, if that makes any sense. You know, with the other Tales games, with like Vesperia and Abyss and all those, yeah, if you went to another city, there might be a skit in it. And that was a skit you would very likely miss because it's a lot of trouble to go get it. You're not going to go to every single city between all freaking time. But as you went around, stuff kept happening. It felt very organic. Because it's easier to get them in Zestria, you almost feel like obligated to go, run over, touch all the save points, and look for any skits you might have. You feel obligated to go and spend all the money, get all the meals, just to see if you have any skits, because it's easy to get, and you feel like you're missing out on something if you don't do that. But at the same time, it's frustrating that way, so I think it feels more organic to have them tied to location than have them tied to save points, in my opinion. Well, now I'm just confused. Because I thought I solved that, because we found out about the explosive. That's the next chapter. I can't go there. So then I have to talk to you and stay with Heiss. And then I mean, but I've done the top timeline already, was what's confusing to me. I mean, the top timeline is the one I've already gotten to chapter 1 in, but I feel like I should be able... Wait, so... So do I have to go to chapter 1 in order to save the merchant? Because I don't feel like that should be necessary. But I really don't know where I would go to get the merchant. Well, dang it. Okay. Because I was thinking that before I went to chapter 1, I wanted to clean up this timeline. But apparently that's not required. However, we're also 2 minutes from ending the stream, so I am actually going to do that instead of going to chapter 1, which will probably take a while and do a lot of stuff. Yeah, it was the chapter break that got me. I was like, ooh, but I want to go back and fill in this side of the timeline before I go to chapter 1. And you can't do that. So thank you for telling me that, because I would have wandered around for a while and gotten frustrated. It's interesting that it says I've been playing for 3 hours and 5 minutes, when I was definitely playing for 3 hours and 30 minutes. I did not start this at, 7:55. But, going to go in the stream now. I will continue playing this on Saturday. I will probably play this Saturday, Sunday. I may play Bioshock on Monday, just because I normally play Bioshock on Thursday. I don't know. It depends on how much... I don't know if I want to get back to Bioshock on Monday or just wait for save for next Thursday. Because the problem is on Bioshock, I'm right at a really area that I want to play some more. So I'm just like, no. But anyway, Max. I will be glad to help you with OBS if you want to. So I'm officially ending the stream. Max, if you want to put it in chat, what's up? I can try and help you. If you just want to talk about it by text, we can do that too. But yeah, I'm not going to bed right now, by any stretch of the imagination. And Max just left. Well then, I guess I'm ending the stream. What a jerk. Oh, that's true, Envious, thank you.